You're watching Fox 17 News This Morning, your Code Red station.
Now on Fox 17 News this Friday morning, Nashville's Big Bash partners with the Safe Bar program, all to help protect partygoers from sexual harassment. The changes you may notice for this New Year's Eve.
And I'm live downtown this morning telling you why the city's being forced to make some changes for those with disabilities.
The countdown is on to Christmas Day. Only a few more days for grocery shopping, getting those last-minute gifts. Rain moving in for your weekend. We'll track it in your Code Red forecast.
Okay, Greg, you just reminded me of everything that I have to do. But hey, thanks for waking up with us here on a Friday morning. For Fox 17 News, I'm Erica Glover. Jennifer Waddell does have the morning off. We're going to get started this Friday with Nashville's Big Bash, ringing in the new year right here in Tennessee with their first ever Safe Bar event. So what does this mean? What is Safe Bar? Fox 17 News' Kylie Walker is joining us live downtown explaining the changes when it comes to safety protocols. Good morning, Kylie.
Yeah, we're downtown right now, and it may look a little bit quiet right now, but as we head into New Year, it is going to look a lot different. Now, Councilmember Joy Style tells me that there's been instances where individuals have had their drinks spiked downtown, but the Safe Bar program is an initiative by the Sexual Assault Center to train local bars and restaurants in bystander intervention. Now, city leaders say all security personnel, bartenders, and other staff at Nashville's Big New Year's Eve Bash are undergoing comprehensive training so they know how to properly spot suspicious activity. Now, Councilmember Stiles tells me Safe Bar is an incredible opportunity for our city to take a stance to say tourists, residents alike, we want you to have an amazing time socializing in our city, but we also want you to do it safely.
The Sexual Assault Center has come up with coasters where you're able to test the drink on the coaster, and it will give you a result if that drink happens to have a drug in it, which is an incredible opportunity, right, to be frontline and be able to prevent something before it even happens.
Now, Stiles also tells me you can download the Safe Bar app on your iPhone, and there you can see what bars downtown are participating in the Safe Bar program. For now, live on Broadway, Kylie Walker, Fox 17 News, your Code Red station.
Kylie, thank you so much. 4:02 is the time. We do want to check in now with our Code Red meteorologist. Good morning, Greg.
Hey, good morning. Here we are. We're leading our way into Christmas and then January. I'm going to fast forward you here, and then I'm going to rewind you. That's how I do it. You never know what you're going to get when you talk to me here at 4:02 in the morning. Here is a look ahead to January. Right now, we are very warm. We're going to be up near 60 degrees today, tomorrow, Sunday, and Monday for Christmas. However, colder than average pattern, it's possible to begin the new year and any winter weather. This is that time of the year. If you've lived here for a while, January and February are our most likely chances to see any ice in the forecast. So keep that in mind. Right now, nothing to worry about. Here's your 7-day forecast. Look at that. 61 today and tomorrow, 66 on Sunday. You might be able to walk out the door on Sunday, Christmas Eve, in a t-shirt and feel comfortable. Last year, we were in the 20s, and we had below zero temperatures leading into Christmas Eve. So a far cry from a year ago as we lead into our holiday weekend.
Greg, thank you. 4:03 is the time. Do want to bring your attention to two crashes we are monitoring when it comes to our steer clear traffic. This is the first incident. I-65 over at Trinity Lane. We have an overturned vehicle. We have confirmed there are injuries. You can see the flashing lights there. Again, this is I-65 over at Trinity Lane, so we're keeping a very close eye on that situation. And then over near the airport, very, very busy. This is a multi-vehicle crash over near I-40 Donaldson Pike. So think the westbound exit ramp, the left lane, which is what you're looking at. This is the area that is right now blocked. We can also see, though, a tow truck out there at the scene trying to get that vehicle and the area cleared up. We'll have much more to come in your steer clear traffic updates. New this Friday morning, Metro Nashville government is one step closer to improving conditions for those with disabilities. Our Fox 17 News reporter Justin McFarland is live downtown to explain the problem and, Justin, the solution as well.
Yeah, the solution is Metro government is going to have to make some changes, or at least that's what they're hinting towards. So this is where the problem began. We're right outside of the Richard Fulton campus here. This is where the city of Nashville has a lot of their offices here. And the problem is the buildings are pretty old, and not all of them are made for those with disabilities. That is why the city is looking to make some changes. They want to make sure if they have a public event going on anywhere where decisions are being made, that people with disabilities have access to be able to get to those public meetings, to be able to speak out, to be able to participate on those boards and commissions. And right now that is not the case. There was a public legal complaint made against the city to make sure that public access to those with disabilities is granted.
We offered the individual an accommodation that we thought would be acceptable, but it was not acceptable to the DOJ, which is, why we are where we are. So we have since reversed course, and we are offering this accommodation. But we kind of went through those steps, but it was not acceptable to the individual. This was not someone who was on like a metro board or a commission. It was someone who wanted to participate, a member of the public who wanted to participate in some public meetings, and that's how we got there.
So the brand new rules say this: if there is a public meeting that is going to be held, it has to be held in a place that makes sure it accommodates for people with disabilities. It also would allow people with disabilities to participate on public boards, be a member of a public board without actually being there in person. They can participate virtually to make sure that they have every opportunity to make their voice heard. They say it will give better access to everyone in Nashville. We're live for you this morning. I'm Justin McFarland, Fox 17 News, your Code Red station.
Justin, thank you. Coming up, grades released yesterday, not for students, but for schools. What the new rankings mean for your child's education. Stay with us. At 4:09, in crisis in the classroom, the Department of Education releasing their annual school report cards grading every single public school in the state of Tennessee. Our Fox 17 News anchor Megan O'Halloran has the details on how wide gaps in school grades are impacting your student.
A yearly snapshot of every single public school in the state stamped with a letter grade A through F. Each eligible public school can be searched by name through a dashboard compiled on the Tennessee Department of Education website. Performance metrics are determined by several factors, including student achievement, academic growth, growth of the highest needs students, and for high schools, a measure of college and career readiness. Speaking of high schools, from a quick search, we found a staggering contrast in school grades from county to county. In Davidson County, out of 18 high schools, there were 2 A's, 0 B's, 5 C's, 6 D's, and 5 F's. Williamson County's 10 big high schools turned out 9 A's and 1 B. 9 high schools in Sumner County delivered 2 A's, 3 B's, 2 C's, and 2 D's. In Montgomery County, 8 high schools there recorded 3 A's, 1 B, and 4 D's. Cheatham County's 3 eligible high schools turned 2 B's and 1 D. These stats will likely be a focal point evaluating school performance in the debate over school choice vouchers next session.
And right now we want to know what you think. Will Tennessee's new letter grade system help improve our schools? As of right now, 68.2% of you all say no. 236 votes, but you still have plenty of time to go ahead and scan this QR code to sound off. Let us know what you think by voting on our poll. It's on the X, formerly known as Twitter. Yeah, our Fox Nashville X accounts. 4:11 is the time, and we do want to have your holiday warm-up forecast because it's just that. 66. Did I read that correctly?
Oh, you absolutely did. Sunday, 66 degrees.
Okay, I'm doing it. I'm ready.
So Christmas Eve, if you're that person that procrastinates, this is not going to be that year that hurts you trying to get out the door to finish up whatever you're doing. Here's this morning. This is a great morning. 4 days ago, we had wind chill values that were in the teens. Now we're talking 20s and 30s. We feel like 31 right now in Nashville. That is a great place to be. Last year, we didn't even hit that number for the high temperature around this time of the year. Looking downtown, nothing happening. No issues when it comes to our visibility tracker. Everything is trending in a very good place. Now, going into the weekend, There will be a chance for a few showers. I have really made our rain chances on Saturday and Sunday go down throughout this week. I'm not heavily concerned about either day with any substantial rainfall. However, with the 60-degree high on Christmas Day, there will be rain that comes down morning, afternoon, and evening. We'll look at that on Future Track in a few minutes. Erica?
Greg, thank you so much. We're going to check back in with the crash that was over near the airport. This is a live look, I-40 Donaldson Pike. Now, the good news is the westbound exit ramp, the left lane that was blocked, they are clearing that situation out there. The tow truck pulled up moments ago, got the car out, so you should see her clear up if you're heading out to the airport right now. And then we're going to check back in I-65 over at Trinity Lane. This is where we had an overturned vehicle. You can still see the flashing lights. We have confirmed their injuries. This is an area that you could see some traffic picking back up quickly, but police are out there trying to clear up this area. We'll have much more in your Steer Clear traffic throughout 9 a.m. Also coming up, though, after a dog was shot in a Nashville park, we have new developments, and we're learning about the charges. Are they going to be filed? Yes or no? We'll explain. And the attacks on ships in the Red Sea could put pressure on commerce back here in the U.S. What nations are doing about this ongoing crisis? We're going to hear from our national correspondents in a couple of minutes.
B30.
Welcome back. 4:14 is the time. Want to let you know the district attorney has determined that there will not be any charges filed against the man who shot a dog over at Percy Warner Park. Now, this shooting happened back on September 13th, so a couple of months ago. But that's when police say the dog ran away from its owner and the dog was off the leash at the time. Well, they say the German Shepherd ran up to a man in Percy Warner and that man felt threatened by the dog and then ultimately decided to go ahead and shoot the dog. A spokesperson with the district attorney's office says their office thoroughly investigated the scene and they interviewed witnesses multiple times, so no charges are going to happen. There is, however, a memorial set up for the dog over at that park. Supply chains around the world are facing a new threat of attacks by Houthis. That's a Yemen rebel-backed group backed by Iran. Fox 17 News' Atra El-Nashar is sharing how this could impact our pockets back here at home.
Fallout from the Israel-Hamas war sending shockwaves through the global economy with disruptions to one of the most important shipping routes in the world. About 30% of global container traffic passes through the Red Sea to Egypt's Suez Canal, according to UBS Group AG. Yemen-based Houthi rebels are ramping up attacks against ships on this route. The group says it will stop when Israel ends its attacks in Gaza.
A lot of oil, natural gas, liquid natural gas, and other petroleum products do go through that area, and those are part of sort of the global ecosystem, and that does affect prices here in the U.S.
Global oil prices rose this week on news that BP will reroute its tankers. In the U.S., after weeks of declines, the average gas price stands at $3.12, according to AAA, just 2 cents higher than last week. Shipping giant Maersk among those also rerouting vessels. IKEA says its shipments will be delayed and some products may not be available. For the most part, for now, it likely won't be felt much in the U.S. at a time when the Federal Reserve is in its home stretch of bringing inflation to a normal level, and economists are optimistic about avoiding a recession.
A lot of that trade is coming from Asia and going into the Mediterranean to the Mediterranean countries, especially the southern ones. We don't have a lot coming out of there going to the U.S.
This week, the Pentagon launched Operation Prosperity Guardian, a multinational security initiative to protect merchant vessels from ballistic missiles and drone attacks.
They need to stop. They're unacceptable. The United States, our allies and our partners, will do what we have to do to counter these threats.
Many are looking at this through a broader lens of needing to bring supply chains to the U.S. to insulate them from global economic volatility like we also saw during the pandemic and Russia's invasion of Ukraine. In Washington, I'm Atra El-Nashar.
Check this out. Deputies over in Kansas deciding to give the Grinch a taste of his own medicine. The Phillips County Sheriff's Office, look at this. Yeah, they say they caught the Grinch thanks to their deputy canine, Fritz. The Grinch sentenced to Christmas spirit therapy. There he is, mugshot and all. The Sheriff's Office says, hey, don't worry, y'all. The Grinch is going to be just fine. We do want to check in now with our Code Red meteorologist, though, because he's making a list, he's checking it twice, and the weather's going to be just right for Santa to deliver those presents.
I thought you were going to go, I'm making the list and checking it twice. I don't got the money to give you all the presents, but Santa is definitely doing that here. We're getting close. And I'll tell you, our weather here compared to last year, nearly perfect.
I think Santa's going to be sweating.
Santa might need to take the cap off for a second, just catch the breeze when he's in the sleigh.
Yeah, put some ice in that milk maybe.
Yeah, I'm just saying. A couple extra, a cube or two may go a long way to help keep him cool here as he's getting house to house here, Christmas Eve into Christmas Day. Are you dreaming of a warm Christmas? Because that's what it's going to be. It's not going to be a white Christmas. It's going to be a very warm one. And say it ain't snow, it's not going to be snow. It's going to be rain on Christmas Day. Grab the umbrella. If you're heading out, or if you have just folks that are coming to visit you, you're going to want to have the umbrella because we will have some rain in the forecast. First day of winter was yesterday. We are now into it, but this is also good because this is the first day since June 21st. We're getting more daylight per day and not losing daylight every single day. So we're going in positive directions here across the forecast. 8 to 14 day precipitation outlook. Taking a look here after Christmas, leading our way into the first week of January. And we're looking on the dry side here. There's not a whole lot of rain after Christmas Day itself. Everything begins to trend on a drier trajectory, taking us into the beginning of the new year. Look at these temperatures. You typically see this kind of weather in May. That's where we're at right now. 61 degrees will be your high temperature later on today and tomorrow. 66 on Sunday, 61 on Christmas Day. Look at the blue boxes at the bottom of your screen. Nighttime temperatures. Saturday night into Christmas Eve, 45. Christmas Eve into Christmas Day, 52. We are very warm here for this holiday season.
All right, so if you're traveling from VNA anywhere, weather is not going to impact you, but we are going to take a live look over near the airport, I-40 at Donaldson Pike. That exit is looking very good. We did have a crash there, a multi-vehicle crash about an hour or so ago, but the good news is that crash has cleared. We are giving you the green light if you're heading out. Again, I-40 Donaldson Pike, you have the green light. Checking back in real quick though, I-65 over at Trinity Lane. That is where we have an overturned vehicle. You can see the flashing lights on your screen. So crews are out there trying to clear that area. We do understand though that the overturned vehicle had some injuries reported. So we'll continue, I should say, checking in with updates with that scene. Politics now. Special counsel is urging the Supreme Court to decide quickly on the question of presidential immunity and former President Donald Trump. A lot to get to here. He submitted a new filing seeking an immediate decision, highlighting the public's interest in Trump's federal election interference case. Well, we also know that attorneys for Trump are urging justices to leave the issue to the appeals court, which is scheduled to hear oral arguments January 9th. Smith is trying to keep the case on schedule. Trump is seeking delays past the 2024 presidential election. Let's talk about hockey, one Nashville sports team that's exceeding all expectations. We're going to talk about how the Preds are continuing their hot streak after yesterday's game. And the Titans are up against the Seahawks on Christmas Eve. Why Will Levis might not play and the tactics Tennessee will need to pull off a victory. At 4:23, let's talk about hockey. Nashville Predators have been red hot in the month of December, winning 8 of their 10 games. A little bit of a Christmas miracle for first-year head coach Andrew Benetti. Preds kept the fire alive last night against the Philadelphia Flyers on the road. The Flyers did have a 1-0 lead in the first, but the Preds, they answered with 2 points in the second, evening it up at 2-2. It was just a great night for the Preds. Philip Tomasino, he ended that tie with a goal in the third, making it the first multi-goal game of his career. Congrats. The Preds took the 4-2 win with an empty net goal in the final seconds. So what is up next for Nashville Predators, okay? They're going to return home tomorrow. They're hosting the Dallas Stars Saturday game, and then they get back to work hosting the Canes next Wednesday. So yeah, they get a couple of days off for the holidays. Tennessee Titans, though, they are preparing for their Christmas Eve game. That's going to be against the Seattle Seahawks. But the team might have to play without its starting quarterback, Will Levis. The rookie suffering a left ankle injury in last Sunday's game against the Texans and did not practice yesterday. If Levis cannot play, veteran Ryan Tannehill is going to have to go ahead and take over. And we still just don't know for sure. We should have an update today. Whoever plays on Sunday, though, Titans will have to get their run game going if they want any chance, I mean any chance, at keeping up with the Seahawks. Kickoff is at noon. Again, that's going to be on Christmas Eve. And Greg, you were saying that there's going to be some showers out there. Pack a poncho just in case.
Just in case, yeah. Rain chance has actually gone down a little bit for Sunday itself, which is good. So if you do have tickets, you want to get out there, you want to support the two-tone blue, you should be relatively okay. I would not say you're guaranteed to stay rain-free, but it's going down and down, and we'll take it. What's not going down are our temperatures. Here's last year, starting on this date, the 22nd. Our low temperature was 10 degrees as you woke up in the morning. Right side of your screen, you're in the middle 30s. So we're off to a better start to begin with. Then, when you went to bed on the 22nd last year, you woke up to 1 degree below zero for the 23rd. Not the case. You'll be in the 40s and 50s for every night leading into Christmas Day. So these temperatures, not going to be anything we have to worry about this time around. Looking downtown, we have no rain coming down. We have no fog either. Really a nice start here to round out the last day before we head into our holiday weekend.
Yeah, very busy holiday weekend for folks who are staying here. Maybe you're heading over to Grandma or Grandpa's house. Let's take a live look to get you out the door safely at 426. This is over I-40 at White Bridge Road, and you can see just one sleeping truck. That area is looking very, very good, but we do want to check in back again with I-65 over at Trinity Lane. This is where you can see the flashing lights over there. We got reports, I would say around 3:30 or so, about an overturned vehicle. Injuries are confirmed with this particular incident over there. So they're trying to figure out what's going on, get the vehicle back upright, and then clear this scene. This again is I-65 over at Trinity Lane. As of right now, though, we're not seeing any other crash reports when it comes to your steer clear traffic updates. We'll have so much more, though, coming up throughout 9 a.m. here on Fox 17 News.
Coming up, the city is working to make everyone more safe for New Year's Eve. Those details after the break.
You're watching Fox 17 News This Morning, your Code Red station.
Right now on Fox 17 News this Friday morning, we're talking about school safety. It's in the spotlight after a proposed bill that would give teachers the equivalent of a body camera is brought up. We're hearing from state lawmakers this Friday.
And we're closing on 4:30 here the Friday before the holiday weekend. Take a look. Two live looks here. One, Nissan Stadium, bottom right hand of your screen, where the Titans are taking on the Seahawks here at noon on Sunday. On the top left hand side, our skyline. We're looking good this morning. We're feeling warmer than last year for sure. We'll do a compare and contrast and look ahead to your holiday weekend coming up in a few.
And right now the roads are looking pretty good in your steer clear traffic update, but we're going to give you what you need to know before hitting the road this Friday. Want to thank you for waking up with us here bright and early on a Friday morning. A lot going on. I'm Erica Glover. Jennifer Waddell does have the morning off. Right now, we're going to get started new this morning in Operation Crime and Justice. Nashville's big New Year's Eve celebration is right around the corner, and city leaders, they want to make sure it's safe and fun. Fox 17 News' Kylie Walker joining us live downtown. A lot going on right behind you there with all the lights. And Kylie, you're learning how the city is working with the Sexual Assault Center and other agencies to implement a new program called Safe Bar.
Councilmember Joyce Stiles tells me that there have been instances where people have had their drinks spiked while out partying downtown, whether you're a tourist or a resident. But the Safe Bar program is an initiative by the Sexual Assault Center to go out and train restaurants and bars that choose to participate and how to be a safe bystander. Now, the city leaders say all security personnel, bartenders, and other staff at Nashville's big New Year's Eve bash are undergoing a 2-hour training course so they know how to properly spot any suspicious activity. Now, Councilmember Stiles tells me the Sexual Assault Center has even come up with coasters where you're able to test the drink on the coaster and it will give you a result if that drink happens to have a drug in it. Now, Stiles says that this shows that the city is taking a stance to safety matters for both our tourists and our residents.
And that's, again, it's a wonderful opportunity to say, are you putting your money where your mouth is? It's great for us to say that we are a phenomenal city and we have all these great events. But if we're not prioritizing safety, then we're being negligent. And this gives us an opportunity to say on Broadway, in our bars, restaurants, not here and not today.
Now, the Sexual Assault Center also has a Safe Bar app. That's where you can see what bars downtown are participating. Some of them also may have a Safe Bar sticker on their front window. For now, live on Broadway, Kylie Walker, Fox 17 News, your Code Red station.
Kylie, thank you. 3 people were arrested on Wednesday in an alleged carjacking. Metro Police say they found 4 guns in a Volkswagen that was reportedly stolen on Monday. 28-year-old Bill Bell Jr. and 24-year-old O'Shane East are charged in this case. A 17-year-old also charged over in juvenile court. Now, police say they followed a stolen car on Wednesday to a house over on Gwen Drive. A second car driven by Bell arrived when detectives approached. All 3 people ran and were arrested after a chase. Right now, we're also learning more about this in your community. A chance today for Clarksville residents to get a hot holiday meal despite the damage from the devastating tornadoes that swept through the area. The World Central Kitchen is providing a drive-through Christmas dinner, working with the city of Clarksville and United Way. Families can pick up warm holiday meals and food boxes. This drive-through opens this afternoon, 4 p.m. at Kleeman Rec Center. That again is over in Clarksville. And Greg, that is going to be such a huge help, for folks impacted by the devastating tornadoes.
A warm meal when you don't even know what life is like right now can be one of the world's best things for someone. So yes, we're going to keep talking about throughout the morning other places that folks can go to get a warm meal here throughout the rest of this weekend and going into Christmas Day itself. Your Christmas headlines, a few showers are going to be out there. So we're going to have rain that moves in, a mild day. Highs will be near 60 degrees. So very warm, but also on the rainier side. Thankfully, we're going to keep it warm. If we would be as cold as we were last year in the 30s, we would have snow coming down on Christmas Day. That's not going to be the case. No chance at a white Christmas this time around. Right side of your screen, we've got our temperatures that are in the 30s to start off this morning. Look at the afternoon, 61 degrees today, and then 61 degrees will be your temperature tomorrow, 66 on Sunday. Very warm for Christmas Eve. That could be your last day to get everything settled away for waking up to Santa on Christmas morning at 61 degrees for the afternoon high. But the temperature in the morning, Christmas morning, waking up, and maybe you do get up early. I was that kid that would get up at 4 o'clock in the morning to open presents, and the parents made me go back to bed. We'll be in the 50s as you start off that day, and we'll keep 50s and 60s through the middle of next week.
Greg, thank you so much. I do want to bring your attention to this going on at 434. I'm going to switch my cameras here. I-65 over at Trinity Lane. You can see flashing lights there. This is because police are investigating a crash with injuries in this area. Around 3:30 this morning is when reports came in of an overturned vehicle. But again, police are on the scene. They're trying to clear this area. But also, there is now an ongoing investigation into this crash. So again, I-65 over at Trinity Lane. If you're heading out to this area, do give yourself a little bit of extra time. In crisis in the classroom, there is a Tennessee lawmaker introducing a bill to bring in groundbreaking technology to give teachers a wearable alert system, and their goal is to increase safety. Yesterday, State Senator Mark Pody introduced this bill that would give teachers a wearable emergency alert system with 3 buttons, 3. The first button would be for a behavioral issue with a student. A recording would be sent to the principal and the school resource officer. And then the second button would be for medical or fire emergencies, where 911 would then be dialed immediately. And then the third button that we're hearing about would be for school shootings. Police officers would have real-time access information with GPS technology. That way they could hopefully locate the shooter immediately and see what is going on. Senator Pody believes the system would increase discipline in the classroom.
I think that immediately when a teacher says, I'm going to be recording this for your daddy or your mama, their children are going to change their behavior because they can't hide behind the fact that the parent comes in and says, my child didn't do it. It is on camera. It is right there.
All right, on camera right there. I'm so curious what y'all think about this. Senator Pody, by the way, says this bill is going to be heard in January. And you can get more local stories reported straight to your inbox every single morning by simply signing up for our daily newsletter on the homepage. It's over on fox17.com.
We're live this morning downtown Nashville, where the city is going to have to make some changes when it comes to those with disabilities. We're going to tell you why they're being forced to do this.
Competition is weekdays.
New this morning on Fox 17 News, a legal complaint against the city of Nashville is sparking some changes when it comes to those with disabilities. Fox 17 News' Justin McFarland is live downtown to explain why some lawmakers, Justin, are upset that it had to get to this point in the first place.
Yeah, that legal complaint filed by a person who wanted to participate inside of some of the lawmaking decisions happening here within the city, but they could not do so because they say that the facilities here just were not compatible with their particular disability. Now, we're right across the street right now from the Howard office building, the Richard Fulton campus here. This is where the city does conduct a lot of their business. However, the buildings here fairly old. Some of them not really compatible for people with disabilities. I'm unsure if this is exactly where the complaint stemmed from, but I do know some of the buildings here, or some of the offices here, can be a little tough to get to depending on exactly who you are or what your situation is. The city is now suggesting that some changes need to be made to make sure that everyone is truly welcomed.
They deserve to have equitable access to all opportunities and to have the ability to provide this city with the benefit of their experience, of their knowledge, and of their passion. And to do anything less is a violation of their rights, and it's making our city less than it should be and less than it can be.
Now, this brand new law would do two things. It would allow people with disabilities who cannot make it physically to meetings to participate as a full board member virtually. It would also make it so that meetings that were held in places that were difficult for disabled people to get to force those meetings to move to places that are a little bit more accessible, or make changes so that those places where meetings are held can be more accessible to those with disabilities. This will have to go through a couple of more readings and be voted on by council before it becomes a full law. We're live for you this morning downtown. I'm Justin McFarland, Fox 17 News, your Code Red station.
Justin, thank you so much. Now, over at Nashville International Airport, we know it's going to be about 60,000 people coming in and out on a regular basis. Some of those folks from the mid-state are going to be traveling here. This is a live look at St. Louis Airport, where it looks all clear right now, Greg. Any kind of weather conditions that could hamper people who are heading that way, though?
Yeah, a little rain kind of around the St. Louis area. Nothing that's too extreme. We have no severe weather expected today across the country, but taking a look, you get out towards St. Louis and then push toward Omaha, Wichita, Oklahoma City, and even Memphis. You can see a few showers a little later today. No rain back home. We're not going to see anything that should hamper our flights away from the Nashville area. It just kind of is what's coming into town that we'll have to watch. East Coast looks good. The southeast looks good, and the northwest looks good as well. That's just kind of a Midwest situation in Great Plains area that is a little light rainfall starting off here on this Friday. Looking at Lower Broadway, we have one couple holding hands right there. How cute is that at 4:42 in the morning? Uh-oh, okay. Hey, you never know what you're going to see on our cameras in the morning. 35 degrees, your current temperature right now. We're a little bit cold. Taking a look at future track. Nothing to start off with that we have to worry about. And honestly, 35 degrees will feel a little bit chilly, but compared to how we could be this time of the year, we're in great territory. 60s leading into the weekend. Which day could hit 66 degrees? Will be coming up in the next check of your forecast.
All right, if you're just now waking up with us at 4:42, our Steer Clear traffic update, want to tell you about this. I-65 at Trinity Lane. That's where you can see multiple crews there responding, lots of flashing lights. That is because there is an ongoing investigation into a multi-vehicle crash with injuries. Again, this is I-65 over at Trinity Lane. A lot going on here. The initial reports coming in around 3:30 this morning, and you can see that scene is still not clear. So do keep that top of mind if you're heading out to I-65 over at Trinity Lane. But then I-24 over at Haywood Lane, this area, this is looking fantastic. Just not a lot going on in this spot. No crashes, no disabled vehicles, giving you the green light for I-24 over at Haywood Lane. Coming up, though, millions of vehicles recalled for an issue that could stall the engine while driving. More on the impacted models and where you can go get those much-needed repairs. And new rules would keep websites from collecting children's information, and more on how they could change the online experience overall.
Fall. It's
It's a...
Welcome back. Right now we have an important recall for you. Honda is calling back millions of vehicles due to fuel pump issues. The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration says more than 2.5 million Honda and Acura models from 2017 to 2020 are included in this recall. The NHTSA says the recall is due to an improperly modeled fuel pump part, and the agency says if the fuel pump model is faulty, the vehicle's engine may not start or could stall out while driving. So this is serious. Honda says no crashes or injuries have been reported. The automaker also says free repairs will be offered and impacted owners are going to be notified in February. Older, wiser, and hey, wealthier. Americans over 55 now own 72% of the nation's wealth as people under 55 see some stagnant growth. Fox News' Gary Willis has more.
Being older and wiser now means being richer. Americans over 55 now own 72% of the nation's wealth as people under 55 see stagnant growth. That according to a Federal Reserve study. Here are the numbers. Households aged 70 and over own 30% of the nation's wealth, while those aged 55 to 69 own 42%. Together, this is 46.7% of the nation's households, but over 72% of the booty. Meanwhile, the 25% of American households aged 40 to 54 own just 20% of the nation's wealth, while folks under 40 get under 7%. Together, these two groups are 53.3% of all households, but just 27% of the wealth. To be sure, the strong stock market and rising housing valuations post-COVID helped older Americans, but they have also had decades to reap the rewards of stock investment and home ownership. Listen.
Young persons who haven't had the time to save money and to buy a home, they are not seeing that same kind of increase in wealth. But existing homeowners, it has been an absolute boon for them.
Younger Americans are facing major headwinds, high college costs, high interest rates, high housing prices. But it's not like boomers had it easy. The average boomer has faced 6 recessions and 4 major bear markets. In New York, Jerry Willis, Fox Business.
Yeah, the Federal Trade Commission has unveiled a new plan to improve children's privacy and protection online. This new proposal includes protections for children's personal data and limits what information companies can collect from children online. The FTC says digital platforms would be required to turn off targeted ads to children under 13 years old by default. Advertisers would also be prohibited from sending push notifications to children. I like that. The new rules would also expand protections against the collection of children's data in the classroom. Hey, we're looking ahead to Saturday. Fox 17 is your home for college basketball. So first, we have a matchup between Florida Atlantic and Arizona. That's going to be at 2 p.m. And then tomorrow night, be sure to tune in when St. John's takes on the University of Connecticut. Then Fox 17 News, we are your home for all the NFL action Sunday. We have a doubleheader that starts with Detroit at Minnesota at noon. That is then followed by Dallas at Miami. That is a 3 o'clock game. All right. I know a lot of folks are dreaming of a white Christmas, but Greg, you've been telling us it is not going to happen.
Be dreaming of a warm Christmas. And if you've not looked at Erica's Facebook page this morning, you and I are like spirit animals. You said that your fridge got stocked up.
Oh, yes.
How great of a gift is it just to have that? You know, when we're kids, you want the toys, you want the video games, you want that, but a nice stocked fridge.
Yeah, thank you to my mom and dad. Appreciate you.
You cannot beat that here. So kudos to mom and dad. Taking a look here at your forecast going forward. Maybe you are getting all those last minute things figured out when it comes to stocking up the fridge, getting the last maybe stocking stuffer you need or gift. If you haven't even started yet, get going. We're a few days away. How do you keep track of the weather when you're on the go? This is how you do it. You get the Fox 17 Code Red Weather app. It's as easy as scanning the QR code right there on your screen. So I'll give you a few moments to do it and we'll talk about what you can get with it. Doppler radar, which thankfully nothing happening today. However, Christmas Day, we're going to have rain. So maybe you're preparing a dish, you're going to someone's house or vice versa. Someone's coming to your house and preparing something. You don't want them to get stuck in the rain, just trying to get to you. So make sure that you have that Code Red Weather app. You can go to the App Store for Apple or go to the Google Play Store as well. And you can find that app. You get the hour-by-hour forecast and the 7-day forecast, which is right here on your screen too. 61 degrees today and tomorrow, 66. we're going to be about 50 degrees warmer this Christmas Eve compared to last Christmas Eve. This is by no means a winter forecast. This is almost like May. 61 degrees on Christmas itself. You'll wake up, the temperatures that will be in the low 50s. Erica.
Thank you so much. 4:50 is the time, and if you're just now waking up with us here on Fox 17 News, we do want to give you a steer clear traffic update. How about this live look over on Old Hickory, I-65? We're just not seeing too much action right now. Not a lot of cars out there. A lot of folks have this Friday off, so this area is looking very good. But this one right here, I-65 at Trinity Lane, not such a good situation. See the flashing lights? Those crews are out there responding to an overturned vehicle, multi-vehicle crash. Injuries are reported. Right now we're hearing about an investigation, so we're making calls, asking those questions, and we hope to have another update for you throughout 9 a.m. when it comes to your steer clear traffic updates. Well, the FDA is now warning about fake Ozempic. They have found thousands of units of counterfeit versions of the type 2 diabetes drug. And we now know 5 people have gotten sick in connection to these products. The FDA also warning that needles that come with counterfeit injectable drugs may not be sterile, so this is serious. The FDA says the best way to avoid these fakes is to only buy Ozempic through state-licensed pharmacies with a valid prescription. Ozempic has become wildly popular due to its weight loss properties, and that has led to an increase in demand and people selling knockoff versions at salons and also through social media. Just don't buy that. Now to a story you can only find right here on Fox 17 News. One Tennessee native is helping give hope to children that have experienced traumatic limb loss. Jordan Thomas grew up in Chattanooga, where he intended to play golf at the college level. But at 16 years old, he lost both of his legs in a tragic boating accident. While his family was able to provide him with prosthetics that he needed, Jordan then realized that kids, not all of them, can afford the support they need to live active lives after limb loss.
Those kids are the embodiment of hope, you know, and of courage and of resilience. And there's so much that I learned from our kids, you know.
Well, tune in to Fox 17 News at 9 Saturday night to watch Jill Jelnick's full feature story on Jordan Thomas and how he was able to raise millions of dollars for kids with traumatic limb loss. Do not miss that story. Also ahead, this golden retriever right here, sharing her love with endangered dogs alongside her own puppies. How the blended family got started. We always love a good dog story. And a well-known house is up for sale in New York City, NYC. How much cash, though, someone would have to shell out for the townhouse from Home Alone 2? Can you afford this? I'll tell you, pricey.
17 News camera.
Welcome back. 4:55 is the time, and right now we're showing you a live look over on Lower Broadway. This place is going to be bustling in just a couple of hours. Even moments ago, Greg was checking in and there were folks down there walking around. And the beer trucks, they're going to be out there too. The weather conditions looking fantastic. If you are going to be heading here, maybe you're visiting for the weekend, expect 60s. Right now we're going to check in with Greg for a forecast for Christmas Day. I mean, we're talking sandals, maybe a short sleeve shirt.
This is a way different Christmas than last year. If you think back, and I mean, weather's one of those constant things where what have we had lately that sticks in your mind more than what did we have a year ago? Just because of how quickly things can change. Last year we had temperatures that barely made it into the 20s, if not near 30 degrees. This year for Christmas, we're going to be in the upper 50s and low 60s. The entire weekend leading into Monday will be in the 60s as well. Unfortunately, Christmas Day, the best chance for rain in the forecast in the next 7 days. You're almost guaranteed to work through some showers. A frontal boundary off to our west we'll take a look at on the big picture. The big map here, right side of your screen. Current temps, we're starting off in the 30s. We have no wind. We are nearly crystal clear. Sunrise is not for another 2 hours, so we'll take a look at that. And we'll start showing you those peaks of sun coming up over the horizon throughout the morning. And then 7 to 9 will be your only live local news source for the rest of your morning.
All right, I'm ready for another beautiful sunrise, and this one even better because it's Friday. So at 4:56, let's check in on your Friday report when it comes to steer clear traffic. I-24 Briley Parkway, typically very busy in a couple of hours with the Friday morning commute, but this right now looking very good. We have no crashes, no disabled vehicles, giving you the green light for I-24 at Briley Parkway. A mother's love knows no limits or species. Here's what I'm talking about. Look here, a golden retriever named Cassie has been raising a pack of endangered African wild dog pups alongside her own babies. All of this happening inside of an Indiana zoo. Oh my gosh, so sweet. Cassie stepping up when zoo officials say it became clear their biological mother was not going to be able to care for the newborn puppies. And after trying with the other 2 African wild dogs at the zoo with no success, they went ahead and raced to find a surrogate domestic dog to nurse the pups. That's when they found Cassie along with her new litter, and they just became a blended family, so to speak. The zoo is currently in the process of creating a new home for the siblings right next to their parents' own exhibit. That is so sweet. Love it. Hey, could you find yourself calling a New York City townhouse home? You got to have millions of dollars, though, to make this happen. And you might recognize this Upper West Side townhouse that's on your screen right here. It is the exact location of Kevin McAllister's uncle's home in Home Alone 2. That was the Lost in New York version. You know, the series, very popular this time of the year. Well, the home, which is in the film, was under renovation when Kevin took on the Sticky Bandits. It features 4 bedrooms, 4.5 bathrooms, and some outdoor space. Fancy. If you want this iconic building to be yours, though, can you guess how much? The asking price for this home is $6.7 million. So if you want to shell that out, you can make it happen. It's not going to happen for me, though. Comedian Joe Coy is going to host the Golden Globes Award Show, talking about some entertainment updates here. The Golden Globes making this announcement online yesterday. Coy is a stand-up comedian who in the past was a panelist over on Chelsea Lately and has also had some streaming comedy specials and success there. This announcement does come about 2 weeks ahead of the big event. The show is going to air Sunday, January 7th. The U.S. Air Force plans to go ahead and bring the Pacific Island airfield that launched the atomic bombings of Japan back into commission. The officials say Northfield over in Tinian Island will become an extensive facility once work has been completed to go ahead and reclaim it. Clearing the base, though, will also require extensive work as a jungle has reportedly grown over it since it was abandoned all the way back in 1946. A little bit of history news for you. Stay with us. 5 o'clock hour starts right now.
You're watching Fox 17 News This Morning, your Code Red station.
Good morning on Fox 17 News this Friday. Nashville's Big Bash partners with the Safe Bar program to help protect partygoers from any kind of sexual harassment. The changes you may notice this New Year's Eve.
We're live this morning downtown Nashville talking about the changes that need to be made to make sure that those with disabilities can participate in city government.
And much warmer compared to last year as we go into our holiday weekend. Which day can see 66 degrees and how warm you'll wake up to on Christmas morning coming up in your forecast.
Oh yeah, we're so close. And hey, you made it. Thanks so much for waking up with us here on a Friday morning for Fox 17 News. I'm Erica Glover. Jennifer Waddell does have the morning off. We're kicking off this Friday here with the top 3 things that you need to know before heading out the door. The United Nations is expected to vote today on whether to call for suspending the war between Israel and Hamas. Health officials in the Hamas-run Gaza Strip, they say more than 20,000 Palestinians have been killed in the war. Now that's about 1% of Gaza's population before the war. Over 2 million people. Israeli authorities say over 1,200 Israelis and foreign nationals have been killed in this particular conflict. Rudy Giuliani has filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy in New York after a court ordered him to pay 2 Georgia election workers nearly $148 million, all because of a defamation lawsuit. In the filing, the former New York City mayor and ex-lawyer for Donald Trump said he had between $100 million and $500 million in liabilities. Czech police say at least 14 people were killed and about 25 more injured, all in a shooting over at Charles University in Prague yesterday. The city's police chief said the shooter may have taken his own life or been killed by police. They also said the suspect was a student and owned several weapons. His identity, though, has not yet been released. Back here at home and new this morning on Fox 17, Nashville's Big Bash ringing in the new year as Tennessee's first ever Safe Bar event. What does that mean, though? We're going to break it down for you. Our Fox 17 News reporter Kylie Walker joining us live downtown, all the flashing lights behind you, and you're explaining how these plans are intended to keep people safe during one of the biggest events here of the year.
Yeah, it is going to be a very exciting night. However, we want people to be safe because Councilmember Joy Stiles tells me there have been instances where people have been spiked downtown. We've reported on that as well in the past. But this Safe Bar program is really an initiative by the Sexual Assault Center to go out and train bars and restaurants on bystander intervention. Now, city leaders say all security personnel, bartenders, and other staff at Nashville's Big New Year's Eve Bash are undergoing comprehensive training so they know how to properly spot any suspicious activity. Now, Councilmember Stiles tells me Safe Bar is an incredible opportunity for our city to take a stance to say tourists and residents alike, we want you to have an amazing time socializing in our city, but we also want you to do it safely.
The Sexual Assault Center has come up with coasters where you're able to test the drink on the coaster, and it will give you a result if that drink happens to have a drug in it, which is an incredible opportunity, right, to be frontline and be able to prevent something before it even happens.
Now, the Sexual Assault Center also has an app. That's where you can download it and see what bars down here are participating in Safe Bar. For now, live on Broadway, Kylie Walker, Fox 17 News, your Code Red station.
Kylie, thank you so much. And hey, that New Year's Eve Bash, weather-wise, do we know yet?
We don't know specifically when it comes to rain just yet because we're a little bit too far ahead of the game, but temperature is going to be much warmer than last year for sure. I'm talking 50s here as we get into the afternoon, and we're not going to get much cooler than that as we get into after sunset. Holiday travel today has changed a little bit depending upon where you're going. If you're driving, Atlanta, Charlotte, Birmingham, and Cincinnati still look just like they were the last couple of days. However, out toward the St. Louis area, rain showers moving in very slowly. We'll get a few of those tomorrow here in Middle Tennessee, and the best chance for rain is going to be on Christmas Day itself. So if you're just driving locally on Christmas Day, you're going to have some rain we have to worry about here. Not when it comes to severe weather or flooding, but definitely a few showers that will pop up. Coming up in 5 minutes, we'll look at your 7-day forecast, and we'll kind of work you into the weekend, make sure you know what to expect for this holiday weekend. And then also, in about 10 minutes, we'll meet your dog of the day, and it's a very unique photo. We'll just leave it at that. You'll see it in a few minutes.
That's one heck of a tease, Greg. Thank you so much. Now, you were talking about holiday travel on the ground. So let's talk about what's happening by the airport for those who are taking to the skies. I-40 over there at Donaldson Pike, typically very busy, but right now it is looking very good. We're just not seeing a lot of backup over there by that exit. But when it comes to your traffic report, we do want to let you know about what's happening on this view. I-65 over at Trinity Lane. We are seeing more flashing lights. That is because police have an ongoing investigation. A multi-vehicle crash with injuries reported in this area, and you can see this area being blocked off. Portions of the road over there, again, I-65 at Trinity Lane. We are making calls trying to figure out what's going on with the situation, but not getting a lot of updates as of right now. If you're heading out to this area, do keep this in mind. New this morning, Metro Nashville government is one step closer to improving conditions for those with disabilities. Our Fox 17 News' Justin McFarland is live downtown to explain the problem and Justin, the solution. Good morning.
Yeah, the solutions, they believe, is just to make some changes when it comes to those with disabilities and their involvement with Metro government. Let me explain. We're just outside of the Richard Fulton campus here. This used to be a school back in the day until they did some renovations and made it so that the city of Nashville can use this as office space. There are public meetings held here. The problem is it's not so friendly to those with some disabilities, and that was the legal complaint made against the city of Nashville. They said it is not friendly enough for those with disabilities to get in and out of some of their offices, and that makes it difficult for them not just to serve, but also to participate. And that is why they filed that complaint, and that's why the city is making some changes.
We need to pay attention. We need to be inclusive. We need to do more than the bare minimum. And we need to do it before we're forced to by a legal complaint. That is not okay. And I don't want us to be that kind of city. We can do better, Nashville, so let's do better.
So this brand new resolution and legal requirement by the city would make it so that if public meetings were to be held, they would make sure to hold them in places that could accommodate everyone, no matter what their disability may be. It would also allow people with disabilities to participate as far as serving on some of the boards here for the city, making sure they can do so virtually without having to actually be here for those meetings as well. We're live for you this morning. I'm Justin McFarland, Fox 17 News, your Code Red station.
Justin, thank you so much for that update. Coming up, after a dog was shot in a Nashville park, we are getting some more updates about the developments as far as if charges are going to be filed.
Tornado alerts on your...
The district attorney has determined that there will be no charges filed against the man who shot a dog over at Percy Warner Park. Now, this shooting happened back on September 13th, so a couple of months ago. That is when police say this dog ran away from its owner and got off its leash. And they say the German Shepherd ran up to a man over in Percy Warner Park, and that at that point the man felt threatened by the German Shepherd and ultimately decided to go ahead and shoot at the dog. A spokesperson now with the district attorney's office says that their office has investigated what happened and they have interviewed witnesses multiple times and that no charges are going to happen. There is, however, a memorial set up at that park right now for the dog. And check this out, deputies over in Kansas deciding to bring down the law on a well-known Christmas menace. The Phillips County Sheriff's Office says, look at the video here, they captured the holiday foe, you know, the Grinch, thanks to one of their canines named Fritz. There's the Grinch, there's his mugshot. The Grinch is sentenced, they say, to Christmas spirit therapy. The Sheriff's Office says no Grinches, don't worry, no Grinches were harmed in the making of that video. That's good news, especially because we're making a list and checking it twice, and some folks, they've been naughty, not nice.
That is very true. And taking a look here at what we're seeing when it comes to the entire forecast going forward, we're trying to figure out the upcoming weekend. Here are our precip chances. The higher the bar that you see on your screen, the better the chance for rain. Today, nothing. Tomorrow, an isolated rain shower or two cannot be ruled out. These are going to be the real quick hit or miss pop-ups, so it's not going to be a washout. But Monday, for Christmas, we'll still be at 60 degrees, so we'll be warm, but there will be a very good chance for scattered rain showers morning, afternoon, and evening. All 3 time periods here going throughout the day. Looking at your 7-day forecast, here we go. 61 degrees this afternoon, 61 tomorrow, 66 degrees on Sunday. That is basically May weather as we go into Christmas Eve. So very different from last year. We'll take a look at last year and how much colder it was. We had days that were below 0 for nighttime temperatures. Our coldest nighttime temp in the next 7 days is 37 degrees next week.
Greg, thank you so much. And if you're heading out the door, maybe for some holiday travel right now, we are going to show you this live look. This is going to be over at Moore's Lane, so I-65 southbound. Right now, we're not seeing too much of any kind of traffic, really. This area looking very good. The camera not so clear, but don't worry, this area is good. Giving you the green light if you're heading out the door for that. We'll have much more to come in your Steer Clear traffic updates up until 9 a.m. Coming up, though, the conflict between Israel and Hamas spilling over onto social media companies. X, formerly known as Twitter, now in the hot seat for allegedly not doing enough to stop misinformation.
Honestly, we didn't know.
5:15 is the time here on Fox 17 News. We are showing you a live look over at Nissan Stadium, giving you the music to get you fired up for the Christmas Eve game. Yeah, it's going to be a noon game. The Titans are playing the Seahawks, and we're playing for pride, okay? We're off the playoff contention, but why not go ahead and knock them out, have a good win? We're going to tell you what the full forecast will be for that Sunday game in just a couple of minutes. Well, Elon Musk's social media platform X, formerly known as Twitter, once again in the hot seat. This time it's over what's allowed when it comes to users posting about the war in Israel. Fox's Eben Brown has much more on this edition of Fox on Tech.
The European Union has had strict new regulations on social media in place for longer than a year, but they haven't invoked them until now. Regulators announced this week that X, formerly known as Twitter, is the first tech company to face an investigation under the Digital Services Act, which went into effect in November of 2022. It was aimed at cleaning up social media by protecting people from toxic content. And this investigation will center on whether X is doing enough to stop the spread of posts the EU considers illegal.
The Commission will continue monitoring X's compliance with all obligations under the DSA, and it has suspicions of other infringements. It will then take necessary steps.
A big driver of this new investigation is X's content policy following the Hamas attacks on Israel. Social media companies were flooded with fake images and misleading information, and regulators say X might not have done enough to stop it. The platform says it relies on users to flag false information as part of its community notes feature, essentially crowdsourcing fact-checking instead of relying on paid moderators. Elon Musk responds by claiming other platforms are much worse than X, and he challenged regulators to provide a list of violations. The response from EU's Markets Commissioner, quote, "You are well aware of your users and authorities' reports on fake content and glorification of violence. Up to you to demonstrate that you walk the talk."
The investigation will also look at how X handles sensitive user data and who has access to it. In Miami, Eben Brown, Fox News.
Evan, thank you. We are going to show you a live look checking in at different airports across the country. And this one, Greg knows very well at Chicago's Midway Airport, one of the busiest in the country. And there are some folks that are heading out of town, perhaps from Middle Tennessee, and Greg going out to Chicago.
Very true. Yeah, I have been in that airport more times than I can count.
I've never been. I want to go.
And Chicago has two airports. So depending upon your airline, you're going to go to one or the other. Midway's my preferred choice.
Okay,
it's a little bit closer to downtown than O'Hare.
I gotcha. Question though, weather-wise, if you're heading out there, leaving this morning from Nashville, going to Chicago, no snow.
No snow.
Okay.
No problems. And even if there were, it's Chicago.
Oh, so they'll
keep the airport open, but 2 feet of snow coming down.
It's not like Nashville.
They'll get the snow plows out there, and they're good to go. So don't worry about anything if you're traveling that area or if families coming in from Chicago. A-OK the entire weekend. So that's all good news.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
We're going to also talk about our full forecast here, though, coming up in a couple of minutes.
Yeah. Taking a look. First, look at our dog of the day. We've got Boomer. I was told that Boomer would cry if he wasn't made dog of the day.
Oh, my goodness. Wait, what's in Boomer's mouth?
A pacifier.
A pacifier.
That's why I was told Boomer would cry.
Oh, my gosh. I know that very well. Good morning, Boomer.
Boomer would cry if he was not made dog of the day. So there we go. 42 degrees at 9 a.m., 56 at noon, and 59 degrees at 3 p.m. Boomer, I don't want you to cry. You can tell Joe, who sent in the photo, that you can take that pacifier out and get a big old smile and a big old tail wag going this morning because you are our dog of the day. Dog walking forecast into the afternoon, 47 degrees at 10 o'clock, 56 at noon. Temperatures going to continue to climb throughout the weekend up to 66 by the time we get to Sunday. We want your photos. Send us your dog of the day. How do you do it? Right-hand side of your screen, upper right-hand side of your screen, where it says code red weather, look just to the left, Facebook, that's where you go. There's the logo. Meteorologist Greg Bobus, your pinned post at the very top of my Facebook page is where you send in your dogs. I think we had 13 or 14 sent in just yesterday. So we get to them one day at a time. The quicker you send in your dog, the quicker you'll see it right here on Fox 17 News this morning.
All right, 5:20 is the time. Do want to see what's happening out there in your Steer Clear traffic updates. And here is a live look for you. This is going to be right over the Cumberland River Bridge, and we're not seeing too much of a slowdown. Just not a lot of cars out there. And then I do want to check back in with what we were checking on earlier, letting you know about I-65 over at Trinity Lane. You can see the flashing lights. They are still there. They are investigating a multi-vehicle crash with injuries. There is a slowdown in this area if you're heading out this way. Again, that is I-65 over at Trinity Lane. I can tell you we're making calls trying to figure out what exactly happened. If they have any updates for you, I'll be sure to share that in the next update. In Operation Crime and Justice, though, Police making 2 arrests for the shooting death of a Clarksville man from last year. Back in February of last year, police say 23-year-old Hugo Rosales Aguilar shot and killed 38-year-old Julia de Lima. Police also arresting 20-year-old Josu Flores Mercado in the case because they say he was with Rosales Aguilar when the murder happened. Now, the motive is believed to be related to a dispute over a woman. Bond for each of these men, though, is set at about $200,000 for this case. Coming up, millions of people, we told you this, are heading out this holiday season. Maybe you're one of them. And we know travel, it can get tricky out there. So we're going to share some tips, and tricks to make the journey as painless as possible. That's our goal here at Fox 17 News.
Team here at Bart.
Good morning. Time right now is 5:23, and not millions, tens of millions of Americans are heading on long journeys to get home for the holidays, whether that's by the air, maybe you're taking a train, anything in between. Transportation experts are sharing strategies on how you can avoid the big old headache that happens to travel and keep yourself safe this season. Fox 17 News' Jackie Ibanez reports.
It wouldn't quite be the holiday season without lots and lots of travel, and this year is no different.
Probably like a 13-14-hour travel day.
AAA estimates more than 115 million people will journey 50 miles or more over a 10-day period from Saturday to January 1st, about a 2% increase from last year. Because most Americans will be hitting the roads, you can expect traffic to be hectic. To help you keep your calm and stay safe, Teresa Wilson of Clemson University recommends getting good rest before your trip, making sure everyone in your vehicle is buckled up, and that you study your directions before driving.
Because sometimes mobile devices can go down.
For extra long road trips,
breaks every 2 hours for about 15 minutes. Drink plenty of fluids, water, juice. You know, some people want to drink coffee, but water is really the best hydration.
But for those taking to the sky, TSA recommends arriving at the airport 2 hours before your domestic flight. Officials say you should always keep an eye on your belongings. Meanwhile, roughly 4 million people will go by train, bus, or another mode of transportation. Travel experts advise buying tickets ahead of time and mapping out your route so you don't miss any transfers. According to transportation data company INRIX, the busiest days to travel on the roads will be this Saturday and Thursday, December 28th. Jackie Ibanez, Fox News.
And 5:26 your time, taking a look at your forecast. You're getting up and out the door. Nothing to worry about today or tomorrow, but by the time we get to Christmas, things will change a little bit. We're not going to see much of a fluctuation in temperature, still near 60 degrees. However, rain showers are becoming more and more prominent in the forecast morning, afternoon, and evening. 90% chance of rain. So scattered showers are going to be with us throughout the day. Keep that in mind. No chance at a white Christmas. We're going to wake up in the 50s. So no snow and no ice, but the umbrella, windshield wipers, and a little extra time getting from point A to point B. When we talk about travel, it can be very helpful for you here. Leading into day of 48 degrees at 8 a.m., 58 degrees at noon, 57 degrees at 4 p.m. The forecast, keeping it warm here. We'll see how long it stays this warm into next week. Coming up as we go into our 5:30 half hour. But right now, we got to take a look at Steer Clear traffic. Get you going here. You made it to Friday. Here we are. What we're seeing in Steer Clear traffic here, I-65 at Trinity Lane. Not a whole lot happening in this area that has changed. We've been monitoring a situation here just off the road here. You can see that semi right there and the flashing blue lights. We're going to keep our eyes on traffic to kick off today, whether you're going to the airport, people are coming into town. A lot of moving parts here throughout the morning that we'll take a look at here coming up in a few minutes.
Coming up, how city leaders are working together to make sure that you are safe on New Year's Eve.
To diabetes discuss.
You're watching Fox 17 News This Morning, your Code Red station.
those with disabilities could have a much easier time navigating the Metro Nashville government. I'm going to explain why coming up in a few.
And some 50 degrees warmer this holiday weekend than last year. We'll take a look at the compare and contrast and take a look at your holiday weekend forecast.
And your Steer Clear traffic update, getting you out the door safely, letting you know about this multi-vehicle crash that is sparking an ongoing investigation. I do want to start, though, by thanking you for waking up with us here on Fox 17 News on a Friday morning. You made it. I'm Erica Glover. Jennifer Waddell does have the morning off. New this Friday morning, there is a legal complaint against the city of Nashville that is sparking some changes when it comes to those with disabilities. Right now, our Fox 17 News reporter Justin McFarland is joining us live downtown. He's explaining why some lawmakers are upset, Justin, that it had to get to this point to take some action.
Yeah, it did, and then they are not happy about that particular part of this. They want everyone to feel welcomed here for Metro meetings. Now, we're just outside the Richard Fulton campus here, and this is where the city of Nashville does hold a fair amount of their public meetings when it comes to things like the codes department, the election commission, different things like that. But sometimes there's just not a lot of space here to navigate, especially for those with disabilities. That is something that the city wants to change, especially after a legal complaint was filed against them, saying that people with disabilities aren't able to get to some of the public meetings, they are not able to participate, and they are not able to serve on the boards.
They deserve to have equitable access to all opportunities and to have the ability to provide this city with the benefit of their experience, of their knowledge, and of their passion. And to do anything less is a violation of their rights, and it's making our city less than it should be and less than it can be.
Now, that was the Metro Council member there, Sandy Ewing. She says she is so passionate about this because her son is someone who has a disability and wants him and people like him to have every opportunity to participate if they want to. This particular new law would allow anyone with this disability, if they cannot physically get to a Metro Council related meeting or board meeting, to be able to participate virtually and guarantee that as a right for a citizen of Nashville. We're live for you this morning downtown. I'm Justin McFarland, Fox 17 News, your co-red station.
Okay, Justin, thank you so much for breaking all of that down. New this morning in Operation Crime and Justice. Nashville's big New Year's Eve bash is right around the corner. It's next week. And yeah, city leaders want to make sure it's fun, but also that the big celebration is safe. That's key. Fox 17 News' Kylie Walker joining us live in downtown where it's already busy. And she's learning how the city is working with the Sexual Assault Center, Kylie, and other agencies to implement a new program.
Councilmember Joy Stiles tells me that there have been instances where people have reported and their drinks have been spiked. Now, the Safe Bar program, though, is an initiative by the Sexual Assault Center to go out and train both bars and restaurants if they choose to participate. And they are trained through a 2-hour course on how to be a safe bystander or a bystander intervention. Now, city leaders say all security personnel, bartenders, and other staff at Nashville's big New Year's Eve bash are undergoing a 2-hour training course so they will know how to properly spot any suspicious activity. Now, Councilmember Stile tells me the Sexual Assault Center has even come up with coasters where you'll be able to test the drink on the coaster and it will give you a result if the drink happens to have a drug in it. Now, Stiles says that this shows the city is taking a stance to say safety matters for both our tourists and our residents.
And that's, again, it's a wonderful opportunity to say, are you putting your money where your mouth is? It's great for us to say that we are a phenomenal city and we have all these great events. But if we're not prioritizing safety, then we're being negligent. And this gives us an opportunity to say on Broadway, in our bars, restaurants, not here and not today.
And as we know, after that big event, lots of people come here downtown. So you can download the Sexual Assault Center app. They have that Safe Bar app where you can see all of the bars downtown here that are participating in that program. For now, live on Broadway, Kylie Walker, Fox 17 News, your Code Red station.
Kylie, thank you. Last year on December 23rd.
Yeah, so tomorrow.
It was 1 below.
1 below was the temperature that we woke up to. That wasn't the feels like temperature. That wasn't the wind chill. That was the actual air temperature.
It's wild to think about because this year we need flip-flops, short sleeves, a poncho perhaps.
Maybe a ball cap, some sunglasses. I mean, really, a completely different forecast here. So we're not dreaming of a white Christmas. We're dreaming of a warm Christmas. And say it ain't snow, because it won't be. It'll be rain that moves in on Monday. Grab the umbrella. You're going to want it. Take a look at your 7-day forecast. We're going to give it all to you right now because today is Friday leading into a holiday weekend and you just might be busy. 61 degrees today, 61 tomorrow, 66 on Sunday. Nighttime temperature starting tonight in the 40s and 50s, leading us into and out of the Christmas holiday on Monday. 61 degrees, but fairly rainy on and off throughout that entire day, unfortunately.
Greg, thank you so much. At 5:36, do want to give you another steer clear traffic update before you head out the door. Maybe you do have to work today. Well, let's say you're going I-65 Trinity Lane. This area right here looks good. There is another crash, though, not too far from the scene, just off the exit. That is where crews are working a multi-vehicle crash with injuries confirmed. So we are trying to get some more updates about that. They moved the camera, though, so you can't get a good look at what's happening over there. But let's go ahead and scroll back over to this view and give you a look at I-40 at 2nd and 4th Avenue. This area looking very good. No slowdowns, no brake check for I-40, 2nd and 4th Avenue. Coming up in Operation Crime and Justice. Sadly, the deadliest mass shooting in the Czech Republic's history. What we know so far about the shooter and the victims. Stay with us.
Attention homeowners.
Right now, we have unfortunately a sad story to bring you. A student opened fire Thursday at a university over in Prague, killing at least 14 people. And we're hearing from crews who said the shooter also injured more than 20 over in the Czech Republic's worst mass shooting. The shooter's name has not been released as of right now, but we do know he was a student at the university and he has since died. Police giving no details about the victims or a possible motive. Investigators don't suspect that there's any kind of link to extremist ideology or groups, but this is an ongoing investigation. Police believe the gunman killed his father earlier Thursday and that he had also been planning to hurt himself. The police chief there is saying that based on a search of his home, the gunman was also suspected in the killing of another man and his 2-month-old daughter earlier last week. A very disturbing story.
Forecast here leading into the upcoming weekend. Here we are. Holiday season is full upon us here. And looking at lunchtime today, not going to be a bad day to get outside and maybe run some errands, get some lunch, or maybe even some just last minute grocery shopping for the weekend. I'm going to be doing all three of those things later on today. 52 degrees at 11 o'clock, 56 degrees your temperature at noon, and 59 at 1 p.m. Really nice looking day. We'll be in the low 60s for high temps between about 1 o'clock and 3 p.m. And then we'll dip back into the 40s and 50s overnight. What does this mean for localized travel? What I mean by local is, can you drive to the place and get there by car? Atlanta, Charlotte, Birmingham, Cincinnati all look good today. If you're going toward the St. Louis area, you're going to catch a couple of showers as you're rolling into town.
Holiday travel also includes your steer clear traffic updates because here at Fox 17 News, we want to get you out the door safely. I-40 2nd and 4th Avenue right here, taking another live look, and you can see there are no slowdowns, 0 brake checks. This area is looking very, very good for your Friday morning commute. We also want to take another live look over at I-65 at Trinity Lane. Now this area right here, no slowdowns to tell you about. We are though keeping a very close eye on a multi-vehicle crash that is around the corner. You cannot see it because they changed the camera angle, but we will have updates as soon as they come in. After the break though, as weight loss drugs like Ozempic become more popular, so are copycats. What do you need to know about the FDA that says these copycats, they are not safe? And we're going to take a look at the most popular gifts this holiday season. And we're hearing about the gifts that you are sharing with your loved ones. Happy holidays. Stay with Fox 17 News. Good morning. The countdown to Christmas is officially on. We're talking about 3 days. Right now, we're showing you a live look at the Nashville skyline and talking about the Christmas forecast because you see the temperature scrolling on the right side of your screen, 37, 32 in Murfreesboro. It's going to be a whole lot warmer come Christmas Day. We're talking about 60s, shorts, flip-flops maybe. Your full forecast coming up in just a couple of minutes. And also talking about the holiday season, that means travel tips. We're taking a live look over at the St. Louis airport, looking good in that area. The TSA is sharing some tips for flying like Rudolph this season. How about wrapping presents? Wrapped presents are allowed, but it may be best to go ahead and keep them unwrapped until you reach your final destination, just in case the TSA agents need to go ahead and take a look inside. And when it comes to those adult beverages, they should go in your checked bags. And if it contains a lot of numbers here, but just hear me out. If your alcohol does contain 24 to 70% alcohol, go ahead, TSA agents say, keep it in its original unopened packaging. And when it comes to snow globes, I love snow globes, but they can only have about 3.4 ounces of liquid or less and need to fit in a quart-sized resealable plastic bag. That's a lot of numbers, but if you're looking for a closer look at the numbers just to be extra safe, go to fox17.com. We have you covered. In health updates now, the FDA is warning about fake Ozempic. They have found thousands of units of counterfeit versions of the type 2 diabetes drug, and 5 people have even gotten sick in connection to those fake products. The FDA is now warning that needles that come with the counterfeit injectable drug, those needles may not be sterile. The FDA says the best way that you can go ahead and avoid the fakes is to only buy Ozempic through state-licensed pharmacies with a valid prescription. Ozempic has become wildly popular, maybe you've heard of this, due to its weight loss properties, and that, yes, has led to an increased demand and people selling knockoff versions. Get this, knockoff versions being sold at salons and through social media. That's a big no-no. Now to a story you can only see right here on Fox 17 News. One Tennessee native is helping to give hope to children that have experienced traumatic limb loss. It's a heartwarming story, making a difference. Jordan Thomas grew up over in Chattanooga, where he intended to play golf at the college level. But at 16 years old, he lost both of his legs in a boating accident. While his family, they were able to go ahead and provide him with the prosthetics that he necessarily needed, Jordan realized that not all children can afford the support that they need to live active lives after limb loss.
Those kids are the embodiment of hope, you know, and of courage and of resilience. And there's so much that I learned from our kids, you know.
Tune into Fox 17 News at 9 to watch our full feature story on Jordan Thomas and how he was able to raise millions of dollars for kids with traumatic limb loss. Whether you're done shopping or scrambling, 3 days scrambling for those last minute gifts, chances are you're not taking too many chances on gifts this holiday season because there's just not a lot left on the shelves. The National Retail Federation surveying 8,000 people when it comes to Christmas gift choices. The top categories are clothing, gift cards, toys, books, video games, and candy. For boys, keeping it simple. Perhaps they want some Legos. Greg loves Legos, Hot Wheels cars, and PlayStations. Barbies are really big this year, as well as dolls, makeup, and clothing. Now, this takes us over to the question that we were asking this morning on our Fox Nashville Facebook page. Do you wrap your presents or do you put them in gift bags? I'm not a good gift wrapper, so there you go. Almost 200 of you have weighed in, and the majority of you said both. Denise Gray says, I start out wrapping, and as it goes along, the gift bags, they just have to come on out. I hear you, girl. And then Kelly Mittmore says, it's more fun to tear the paper off the presents than pulling a present out of a bag, so I mostly wrap. Sometimes a gift bag is necessary, though. Greg, what's your preference? I'm curious. I do agree with her. Ripping off those paper. I remember the excitement of being a kid and just tearing it all off in a big pile of paper.
I'm kind of a 50-50 because I think that if you look under a Christmas tree, having a combination of wrapped gifts and bags aesthetically is pleasing, so you have different ways to open things.
You're so fancy. Aesthetically pleasing.
But you can also reuse the gift bags.
Yeah, you can. But I have seen the Christmas paper this year where people get it specially made and it has the person's face on it that you're giving it to, and I love that.
Please don't give me a gift that has my face on it.
Okay.
I don't like looking in the old mirror, much less seeing my face on paper. Just saying.
I thought it was cute.
It is cute. Well, if you're cute looking, it's a cute idea. I just don't want my face on paper. Taking a look here at the last year, starting today, Erica, you and I have talked about this all morning long, how different last year was compared to this year when it came to the holiday season. The temperature you woke up to on December 22nd, which is today's date, last year was 10 degrees. Tomorrow, you're going to wake up in the 40s to right near 50. It was 1 below zero before you even added in the wind. It was 5 degrees on Christmas Eve when you woke up, and Christmas Day was 14. Christmas Day this year going to be at 52 for the temperature. Taking a look at the 7-day forecast, this is just beautiful. Temperature could not be much better this time of the year. 61 today and tomorrow, 66 degrees on Sunday, 61 on Christmas. Morning temperatures will be in the 40s and 50s for the next 5 mornings in a row. So if you're dreaming of a white Christmas, you're going to be dreaming until next year. Not the case. Rain morning, afternoon, and evening on and off all Christmas Day.
Quite literally raining on the parade of all the folks who wanted a white Christmas, but hey, just enjoy the temperatures. We're going to check in now on your Steer Clear traffic update. There is a bit of a slowdown that is picking up. It's going to be over near the airport, I-40 at Donaldson Pike. This area, though, we know it gets very, very busy. That's why we always say give yourself a little bit of extra time. If you're heading out again to the airport, do that. I-40 Donaldson Pike, the traffic is picking up. We also have breaking news this Friday morning. Metro Police are investigating a deadly shooting over on Brick Church Pike. Now, according to dispatch, the shooting happened at about the same time an address was reported for a rollover crash with injuries that we told you about repeatedly here on Fox 17 News. We started following that particular crash around 4 o'clock. Now, law enforcement responding to that area in the 1400 block of Brick Church Pike again earlier this morning. Right now, Fox 17 News, we are making calls and working to find out if the shooting and the crash are somehow related. We'll continue to bring you the very latest updates right here, both on air and online at fox17.com. Hey, these are not your ordinary Jack Sparrows. Coming up, how to protect yourself from those daggone porch pirates. I cannot stand them. And bragging rights for chugging a quart of eggnog? One teenager's mission to continue his streak. Quite the accomplishment.
Nashville's Town and Country.
Hey there, 5:54 is the time here on Fox 17 News. We're talking about porch piracy. Yeah, it's unfortunately continuing to grow as companies and law enforcement, though, trying to curb it. Theft by stealing delivery packages from homes has become such a concern that some police departments now listed as a separate theft category entirely. In fact, an October Chamber of Commerce survey says 26% of online shoppers have been victims, but consumers and companies, they're fighting back. Delivery companies that say you can now let you delay packages if you're not home, or you can divert to pickup points altogether. Also, you can consider buying product warranties and shipping protections, and check credit card benefits, I should say, to see if losses are covered in the first place. Well, there are two types of people during the holiday season. Which one are you? Those who love eggnog and those who just say it's gross. But for one group of students over in Moorhead, Minnesota, it was all about who could drink eggnog the fastest. And we have the video to show you who the winner is. 7 students taking part in their school's annual eggnog chugging contest Thursday. The bragging rights ended up going to 9th grader Jaden Hansen. It turns out that he has been back-to-back winner for previous years. Don't expect to see him drinking eggnog over the holiday break, though, because he says at this point he doesn't even like eggnog in the first place.
Oh no, last year I won it. I don't really like eggnog. It's kind of gross for me, but kind of just did it for fun.
I mean, how do you even chug eggnog if you really don't like eggnog in the first place? Okay, despite not being a fan of the drink, he says he does plan on defending his title once again next year, so he's going to keep it going. Greg, do you like eggnog?
Well, I'm lactose intolerant.
Oh, you know they do make a plant version of the eggnog now. Just saying.
But wait, hold on. A plant version of an egg-based drink.
I'm just saying, give it a try.
That it exists. You're saying that it exists.
I don't want you to miss out.
Never really been a big fan. But taking a look here, this might be more one of those lemonade afternoons here when it comes to Christmas, because we have 60s here Saturday, Sunday, and into Monday. Look at last year on Christmas Day. This is that compare and contrast I was telling you about. 31 was the afternoon high last year. We'll be up to at least 60 degrees on Christmas Day this year. So much different. We're not going to have snow or ice. Travel issues should not be a concern for us here. There will be some rain, so maybe leave a little bit early if you're heading somewhere and driving locally, because that weekend rain will be there. An isolated shower on Saturday. I've taken rain out of the forecast on Sunday, and then rain on and off throughout the day on Christmas itself.
At 5:57, we do want to check in for another steer clear traffic update to hopefully save you some time, because if you're heading to the airport, I want you to stop what you're doing and take a look at your screen. And then go ahead and say, yeah, I need to give myself some extra time. Maybe you're picking someone up. Maybe you're getting dropped off to head out the door for your flight. Okay, this is the backup that's already starting over there at I-40 Donaldson Pike. We know it's going to happen like this, so go ahead, give yourself some extra time, plan accordingly, and remember, they do have that parking garage. You have 30 minutes of free parking if you are picking someone up. A woman in Texas is proving, hey, it's never too late to go back and achieve your goals, even if that takes more than 7 decades to complete. Listen. Well, we're trying to get that sound up for you, but here, listen, at 90 years old, Minnie Payne receiving her diploma at the University of North Texas. Payne enrolled in college back in 1950 and even took a couple of college courses, but later transitioned to the workforce. When she was 68, she returned to school, but she got her bachelor's in general studies from Texas Women's University in 2006, and at age 73. And now in 2023, she also earned her master's in interdisciplinary studies. Payne was accompanied by her grandson as she walked across the stage. Kudos to you. Looking ahead now and talking about sports to Saturday. Fox 17 News, we are your home for college basketball. So first, we have a matchup between Florida Atlantic and Arizona. That's going to be at 2 p.m. And then tomorrow night, be sure to tune in when St. John's takes on the University of Connecticut. Sunday, Fox 17, we are your home for NFL action. We have a doubleheader that starts with Detroit at Minnesota at noon, and that is then followed by Dallas at Miami at 3. We do want to check in and see what story is trending over on Fox17.com. I want to point to this story involving our Tennessee education leaders releasing a letter grade for schools across the state. It's a story that we are digging much deeper into here on Fox 17 News and getting responses from school leaders to find out how they feel about this merit system and how it's impacting your child's experience. Stay with us. 6 o'clock hour starts right now.
You're watching Fox 17 News This Morning, your Code Red station.
Those with disabilities in the city of Nashville will have a much more successful time navigating the city government. I'm going to explain why coming up in a few.
Surging temperatures, but also increasing rain chances into your Christmas weekend. We're going to make sure you know everything hour by hour leading into this holiday season.
And traffic already starting to pick up over by the airport. Give yourself plenty of extra time, and we'll continue checking in on your steer clear traffic updates, saving you some time before heading out the door. Want to start though by thanking you for waking up with us here bright and early on Fox 17 News on a Friday morning. That feels great to say. I'm Erica Glover. Jennifer Waddell has the morning off. We want to get straight to breaking news. Metro Police, they are busy investigating a deadly shooting on Brick Church Pike, and we're showing you video from earlier this morning, letting you know that according to dispatch, the shooting happened at the same time and address as a reported crash right here on your screen. You can see right there that law enforcement responded in that area in the 1400 block of Brick Church Pike this Friday morning. So right now, Fox 17 News, we're making calls trying to find out if the shooting and this crash are connected. We're going to wait to bring you some more updates to find out if that's confirmed or not, and we'll share those updates both on air and online over at fox17.com. Well, new this morning, Metro Nashville government is one step closer to improving conditions for those with disabilities. Our Fox 17 News reporter is live downtown with more on this bill. And Justin, you can explain further what's it addressing in the first place.
Yeah, well, what it's addressing is trying to make sure that Metro government is available for everybody. And let me explain. I'm outside the Howard office building, and I myself have been inside this building for various things over the years. I've been inside this building to vote. I've been inside this building to get tags for my car. I've been inside this building for public meetings. And one of the things that can be difficult to do if you cannot use the stairs is navigate some of the ramps to the side of the building so you can get in. If you have a wheelchair or something else, you just can't use the stairs. Obviously, you have to use the ramps off to the sides there. And that is something that some people have oftentimes complained about and want to do something about. Now, there was a legal complaint filed against the city saying that it is difficult for people to get access to some of the public meeting spaces here within Metro Nashville. That is something that the city says they have got to change because they want everyone to have their voice heard.
While I celebrate that we are having this resolution, I celebrate the fact that we are making this move, I would actually say that we are not going far enough. We did not originally provide this individual with the accommodation she requested more than once. And equal is not always equitable. So the challenge I'd like to issue to our city, to our legal department, to other departments, is to do better.
And one of the ways they are trying to do better is by making sure that any future meetings that they hold, they do it in a place that is accessible to everyone. They also want to make it so that if a person who is disabled wants to actually serve on one of the many boards and commissions that the city has, that they can do so virtually instead of having to come down here. Again, this is for those people with those disabilities. We're live for you downtown. I'm Justin McFarland, Fox 17 News, your Corvette station.
Justin, thank you so much. Also new this morning, Nashville's Big Bash ringing in the New Year's as Tennessee's first ever Safe Bar event. Fox 17 News' Kylie Walker joining us live downtown. Lots of lights right behind you there. And you're talking about how these plans are hopefully going to be in place to keep people safe for one of the biggest events of the year here in Middle Tennessee.
That's right, Erica. There's actually a Christmas tree lit up to my right as well. We know that this is going to be a very popular spot in the coming days for the big New Year's Eve bash. Lots of people, whether they're at that concert or they're down here, these streets will be flooded with people. Now, Councilmember Joy Stiles, though, does tell me that people have had their drinks spiked here downtown Lower Broadway in the past. So the Safe Bar program is an initiative by the Sexual Assault Center to really train both bars and restaurants that want to partake in this to have safe intervention and how to be a safe bystander. Now, city leaders say all security personnel, bartenders, and other staff at Nashville's big New Year's Eve bash are undergoing comprehensive training so they know how to properly spot any suspicious activity. Now, Councilmember Stiles tells me Safe Bar is an incredible opportunity for our city to take a stance to say tourists and residents alike, we want you to have an amazing time socializing in our city.
The Sexual Assault Center has come up with coasters where you're able to test the drink on the coaster, and it will give you a result if that drink happens to have a drug in it, which is an incredible opportunity, right, to be frontline and be able to prevent something before it even happens.
Now, Stiles just wants everyone to have fun, but also being safe while doing so. So you can also, she tells me, for those who are going to be coming here for that big bash, but also any other day of the year, if you want to download the Sexual Center app, you can do so. They'll have a Safe Bar app where you can download that and see all the bars that are participating down here Lower Broadway on that Safe Bar app. Some places even have a sticker on their front door. We do know a handful of these bars here are participating. For now, live on Broadway, Kylie Walker, Fox 17 News, your Cookeville station.
Kylie, thank you. And we are 9 days away from that big New Year's Eve celebration. A lot of moving parts to that story, so do go to fox17news.com for more updates. Fox17.com, I should say. But weather-wise, can we kind of talk about what to expect, or is it still too early for that?
Preliminarily, right now, how it looks is partly cloudy and 45 for the afternoon with temperatures in the 30s after sunset. So a little bit colder than this upcoming weekend, but by no means bad. Coffee cast this morning. Temperatures are climbing well into the 40s and 50s this afternoon. We'll hit right near 60 later today. Sunrise still about 50 minutes away at 6:54, and our sunset will be at 4:36. Forecast about 30 to 40 degrees warmer than last year as we go into Christmas. We're going to talk about all the warming trend that we have to deal with here over the next 3 to 4 days coming up in a few minutes, Erica.
Well, the good news is weather is not going to impact any kind of traffic, at least here in the mid-state, right? So 6:07, checking back in over at the airport where the conditions seem to be improving. Not seeing that big slowdown for folks who are trying to get off the exit heading over to the airport, but do keep in mind the conditions, they can change and they can change quickly. I-40 Donaldson Pike giving you the green light. Coming up, grades released yesterday, not for students, but for schools. What these rankings could mean for your child's education.
It's a crisis. Go.
In crisis in the classroom, the Department of Education releasing their annual school report cards grading each public school in the state. Our Fox 17 News anchor Megan O'Halloran has the details on how wide gaps in school grades could impact your child's education.
A yearly snapshot of every single public school in the state stamped with a letter grade A through F. Each eligible public school can be searched by name through a dashboard compiled on the Tennessee Department of Education website. Performance metrics are determined by several factors, including student achievement, academic growth, growth of the highest needs students, and for high schools, a measure of college and career readiness. Speaking of high schools, from a quick search, we found a staggering contrast in school grades from county to county. In Davidson County, out of 18 high schools, there were 2 A's, 0 B's, 5 C's, 6 D's, and 5 F's. Williamson County's 10 big high schools turned out 9 A's and 1 B. 9 high schools in Sumner County delivered 2 A's, 3 B's, 2 C's, and 2 D's. In Montgomery County, 8 high schools there recorded 3 A's, 1 B, and 4 D's. Cheatham County's 3 eligible high schools turned 2 B's and 1 D. These stats will likely be a focal point evaluating school performance in the debate over school choice vouchers next session.
All right, we also want to know what you think about this. There's our question on the screen. Will Tennessee's new letter grade system help improve schools? This poll is still live, but as of right now, 67.5% of you all say no, it's not going to help. 243 votes casted. There is still plenty of time for you to scan the QR code on your screen right there and let us know what you think, and we'll update the poll results throughout 9 a.m. in this newscast. We do want to check in now for your warm Christmas forecast. We're talking 60s.
That we are, and good holiday travel here. Anywhere that's in drivable distance. Atlanta, Charlotte, Birmingham, Cincinnati, all dry here today, just like they were yesterday. If you go out toward the St. Louis area, a little bit longer of a drive, but you can get there. It'll be a little on the wetter side. They have some rain that's going to be pushing in and out throughout the day. Other than that, we are good to go. Right side of your screen, current temperatures are in the 30s. We'll be up near 60 today and all weekend long. We really will look at that weekend forecast and Christmas Day coming up in just a few minutes, Erica.
Okay, Greg, thank you. Let's also look at the road conditions out here on this area on your screen that we're going to show you. I-40 at White Bridge Road. I mean, you're just not seeing a lot of cars that are out there on the highway. So maybe if you are leaving right now, it's good news. You want to see these kind of conditions. We also do want to check another camera for you, and live look here at I-40 Donaldson Pike. That's going to be the airport shot, and you're not seeing any kind of backup there. If you're heading out to the airport, giving you the green light. Coming up on Fox 17 News this Friday morning, school safety is in the spotlight. We're going to talk about what lawmakers are proposing in the aftermath of the Covenant school shooting. And as the season of giving continues, there is a popular gift being pulled off the shelves due to a patent dispute. What you need to keep in mind before heading to the Apple store, or maybe you're getting one of these gifts for Christmas, you need to know something too.
Attention homeowners.
A Tennessee lawmaker is busy introducing a bill to bring groundbreaking technology to make schools across Tennessee, he says, safer. The bill, inspired by Nashville's terrible, deadly Covenant school shooting and the increase in teacher assaults. Our Fox 17 News reporter Caitlin Miller is joining us from the state capitol with more on how this could enhance school safety.
Senator Mark Pody says he first introduced this bill about a year ago after working with Fox 17 News on school assault stories. But at the time, he says more work needed to be done on this bill. And now he's introducing this bill to the public. Senator Pody says teachers would have a wearable emergency alert system that has 3 buttons. The first button is for a behavioral issue with a student, where the teacher can press record and it would be broadcasted to the principal and SRO officer. The second button is for medical or fire emergencies, where 911 would be called immediately. The third button is for school shootings, where police officers will have real-time access information with GPS technology so they can locate the shooter immediately and see what's going on. You and I have done several stories together about teacher assaults, the fact that teachers do not feel safe inside of classrooms. How will this technology really help with that?
I think that immediately when a teacher says, I'm going to be recording this for your daddy or your mama, their children are going to change their behavior because they can't hide behind the fact that the parent comes in and says, my child didn't do it. It is on camera. It is right there.
The Republican senator also believes the button system will increase discipline in the classroom. Senator Pody says the bill was filed today and it will be heard in January. Reporting from the state capitol, I'm Caitlin Miller, Fox 17 News, your Code Red station.
Caitlin, thank you. And quick reminder here, Crisis in the Classroom is our Fox 17 News commitment to not only exposing problems in our schools, but also finding solutions. If you're waking up with us and you're watching and you think, hey, I have a story that you all need to cover, send us an email to news@fox17.com or call our tip line. The number is up on your screen. It is 615-266-4149. Civil rights leaders and public health groups meeting with White House officials this week, and they're pushing for action on a proposed ban on menthol cigarettes. The groups say the Biden administration might be dragging its feet to avoid possibly eliminating or alienating black voters who are disproportionately more likely to smoke menthols. A Council on Foreign Relations study, they found if menthols were banned, the gap between black and white lung cancer patients would close within 5 years. A menthol ban could also keep kids from picking up a smoking habit. The CDC says more than 5.5 kids who smoke choose menthol cigarettes. It may cost travelers slightly more to go ahead and take that much needed road trip Christmas vacation this year. Gas prices falling to a yearly low of $3.06 a gallon Monday, but they're starting to creep and inch up and have gained 6 cents since then. Attacks on oil tankers in the Red Sea that we have talked about here have led crude prices to go ahead and increase. Those prices, though, are only one component in a complex list of costs that determine what you actually pay at the pump. Mild fluctuations in gas prices are expected throughout the holiday season. Keep that in mind. 6:18, we're checking in with our Code Red meteorologist. You like how I put the emphasis there? Code Red. But this time, no issues.
No red.
No red.
All blue
just
behind you.
Dog of the day, Boomer.
Dog of the day. Now, we also have a Facebook question coming up here in a little bit that you and I have been talking about because we're 3 days away from Christmas. What was your favorite gift that you got as a kid?
And I remember this vividly. My pink Barbie Corvette.
Ooh.
I thought I was so fly.
As you're in your fly pink right now, so it's fitting.
Yes.
For me, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Okay? There was a thing in the show called the Technodrome that the bad guys used. Got this. I woke up at 4:30 in the morning. Woke my parents up. Opened it and they said, go back to bed.
So Santa made the delivery right on time. You got up and got your gift.
Right on time. I'll never forget it. Mom, if you still have that in the attic, I looked on eBay. They sell for like $500 now.
Oh my goodness.
So let's make a little coin here for this Christmas. Taking a look at your forecast. Here is our dog of the day, Boomer. Has the pacifier. And I was told that if we did not show Boomer as a dog of the day, that Boomer might cry a little bit here. So Boomer, you can take the pacifier out and have a good day and enjoy yourself. Temperatures are in the 40s through 9 a.m. We will be at 56 degrees at noon, 59 degrees at 3 p.m. The entire dog walking forecast for the entire day. Very nice. Up near 60 later on this afternoon. Right now, we'll look at steer clear traffic.
Oh yeah, we are keeping a very close eye on all steer clear traffic issues. Right now, I-65 at Old Hickory Boulevard. The good news is we are not seeing any kind of crashes or slowdowns for this area. If you're heading out to I-65 at Old Hickory Boulevard, we are giving you the green light. Okay, so shh. Sleeping trucks right here on the right shoulder. This is a live look I-24 at Harding Place, but no kind of crashes or disabled vehicles. This looks good. Hey, I want to let you know Apple is planning to stop the sale of some of their Apple Watches right here in the U.S. The company is expected to suspend the Apple Watch Series 9 and Ultra 2 models. All of this over potentially violating a patent with their blood oxygen measurement feature. Medical device maker Masimo claims the watch feature violates its pulse oximeter patent. Apple says all in-store sales are going to stop on Christmas Eve, and online sales of the watch, they've already stopped. Some chains putting an end to long-running menu items in 2023, like McDonald's Cafe, McCafe items. Other fan favorites that were discontinued are Ronzino's star-shaped pasta. It's called Pastina. It's right behind me here. And then Raspberry Rally Girl Scout cookies. Ooh, those are tasty. Some beverages that did not last in 2023 do include Coca-Cola's Seltzer Water, AHA, and Pepsi's Sahara Mist, which was already replaced by a brand that's now called Starry. Coming up, after a dog was shot in a Nashville park, there are new developments when it comes to who's responsible. Are they going to be held accountable? And a recall alert that you do need to know about if you have kids. Parents, stick with me. You want to hear this story. And Fox 17 News, we're taking a live look over at LAX because we want to see what the travel conditions are like across the country. Maybe you're heading out to LAX. Not a lot of traffic over there at their airport. Looks good. Stay with us. Happy Friday to you.
Knows you need to save.
At 6:24 here on Fox 17 News and Operation Crime and Justice, there will be no charges filed against the man who shot at a dog at Percy Warner Park. That is according to the district attorney. Now, the shooting happened back on September 13th. That was a couple of months ago. That is when police say the dog ran away from its owner. The dog got off its leash. It was this German Shepherd right here on your screen that ran up to a man over at Percy Warner Park. And that man felt threatened by the dog and ultimately decided to go ahead and shoot at the dog. A spokesperson with the district attorney's office says their office, they have investigated what happened. They interviewed witnesses multiple times, and they are not going to move forward with any kind of charges. There's also now a spot that is set up in memory of the dog over at Percy Warner Park. It's always our goal here at Fox 17 News to keep you in the know so you can get more local reporting on both local and national issues delivered right to your inbox by simply signing up for our daily newsletter right here on the homepage of fox17.com. Attention parents, 3 children's dress-up play sets and toy eggs containing slime, they have been recalled. So you do want to hear this information. The products imported, I'm reading here, let me see, by Perch exceeded the federally allowable level of phthalates. I know these are chemicals commonly used in plastic products, but high levels may cause hormonal and other health concerns. The impacted products include the Little City Doctor Play Set, Teacher Purse, and Little Pretty Stylist Handbag Set. Pretext slime eggs are also part of this recall alert, and they have levels of lead that exceed regulations. These items we looked up were sold at Amazon and Walmart.com. Perch, Amazon, and Walmart, though, are working to contact all known purchasers directly. 626, checking in on your Christmas forecast. A lot of holiday plans, but also, maybe you're getting outside early for your jogging forecast. It's looking to be a little bit chilly out there, 35 degrees, but then at 10 a.m. warming up to 47 degrees. Go ahead and grab maybe an extra layer before heading out for that exercise. We do always have your temperatures there scrolling on the right side of your screen. And keep in mind, if you're going to be jogging this weekend, it's going to be in the 60s. Quite the warm up that is headed our way. We're also going to check in on your steer clear traffic update to save you some time if you're hitting the road for the holidays. Here is going to be a live look. I-65 at the I-24 North Loop. This area is certainly one that typically gets very busy with the morning commute, but it's just not doing that. Folks are off for the holidays, enjoying time with friends and family. And then we're going to go on over, show you another look here. I-24 at Shelby Ave. It's very busy, but no disabled vehicles, no crashes, no issues, giving you the green lights. I do want to take a live look, though, here on Fox 17 News at 627. A live look at the beautiful sunrise just starting to peak up. This is over Metro Center. Stay with us. So much more to come. Happy Friday.
You're watching Fox 17 News This Morning, your Code Red station.
New this morning, there are some members of the Metro Council not happy at all about some of the changes that they're being forced to make because of the disabled community here within the city. I'm going to explain exactly what they're being forced to do.
And if you're dreaming of a white Christmas, it's not going to happen, but plenty of sunshine and a major warm-up coming your way. Your full forecast. Traffic also picking up as we kick off the long holiday weekend. We're monitoring any trouble spots and your steer clear traffic updates. Want to start though by thanking you for waking up with us here bright and early on Fox 17 News. Beautiful sunrise right behind me. I'm Erica Glover. Jennifer Waddell does have this morning off. We're going to get started now with a legal complaint against the city of Nashville that is sparking some changes when it comes to those with disabilities. Fox 17 News reporter Justin McFarland is live downtown to explain why some lawmakers, Justin, they're upset that it had to get to this point before any kind of action.
Well, they are going to take some action. They began to do so with this resolution that they believe is going to lead to some change. Right now, we're outside of the Howard office building in downtown Nashville, and this is where a lot of different city business is conducted. I've been in this building myself to vote. I've been in this building to get brand new tags. I've also been here to attend public meetings. And if you want to do so, using the stairs is one of the main ways to get into the building. But if you're disabled, obviously the stairs may not be the best option. There are ramps here, don't get me wrong, but some are complaining that the ramps at this location and even within the building are a little bit difficult to navigate, and that's why they're asking for more accommodations to be made, not just at this building, but many others around the city. They are also asking that those with disabilities have the ability to serve on these metro boards and commissions, and if they can't get here physically, they should be able to do so virtually. The city's law department had this as a response.
We offered the individual an accommodation that we thought would be acceptable, but it was not acceptable to the DOJ, which is, why we are where we are. So we have since reversed course. And we are offering this accommodation. But we kind of went through those steps, but it was not acceptable to the individual. This was not someone who was on like a metro board or a commission. It was someone who wanted to participate, a member of the public who wanted to participate in some public meetings. And that's how we got there.
So typically the way something works, if they want to pass something, they typically ask if anyone would like to participate and talk about why they do or don't want this issue, please step forward. But if you're not there to actually step forward or make your voice heard, then it can be difficult to hear. Yes, you can write emails, but some people want to be there in person to make their voice heard. They're hoping that the changes that they're making will make that a lot easier for people to do. We're live for you this morning downtown. I'm Justin McFarland, Fox 17 News, your Code Red station.
We have an update this Friday morning in Operation Crime and Justice. Nashville's big New Year's Eve bash right around the corner, and city leaders, they want to make sure that it's fun, but also they want to make sure it's safe. Fox 17 News' Kylie Walker joining us downtown after learning how the city is working with the Sexual Assault Center and other agencies to go ahead and implement a new program called Safe Bar. Kylie.
Councilmember Joy Stiles tells me there have been instances where people have had their drinks spiked downtown. But the Safe Bar program is an initiative by the Sexual Assault Center where they're going out and training both bars and restaurants that choose to participate in safe intervention and how to be a safe bystander. Now, city leaders say all security personnel, bartenders, and other staff at Nashville's big New Year's Eve bash are undergoing a 2-hour training course. This is so they know how to properly spot any suspicious activity. Now, Councilmember Stile tells the Sexual Assault Center, she tells me that they have even come up with coasters where you're able to test the drink on the coaster, and it will even give you a result if that drink happens to have a drug in it. Now, Stiles says this shows that the city is taking a stance to say safety matters for both our tourists and our residents.
And that's, again, it's a wonderful opportunity to say, are you putting your money where your mouth is? It's great for us to say that we are a phenomenal city and we have all these great events. But if we're not prioritizing safety, then we're being negligent. And this gives us an opportunity to say on Broadway, in our bars, restaurants, not here and not today.
Now, we do know that a lot of people are going to be going out downtown after that big New Year's Eve bash. So Joy Stiles tells me, Councilmember Joy Stiles, that you can download the Sexual Assault Center app, the Safe Bar app. That's where you can see which bars down here are participating in that program. Reporting on Broadway, Kylie Walker, Fox 17 News, your Code Red station.
Now to breaking news here on Fox 17 News as Metro Police are investigating a deadly shooting on Brick Church Pike. Take a look at your screen for some video here. According to dispatch, the shooting happened at the same address as a reported rollover crash that we told you about around 4 o'clock this morning. You can see law enforcement here responding to that area in the 1400 block of Brick Church Pike early this morning. And right now we are making those phone calls, asking questions, working to find out if the shooting and the crash are related. We'll continue bringing you the very latest updates both here and online over at fox17.com. Now, before the break, I mentioned that if you're dreaming of a white Christmas, it ain't gonna happen, y'all.
Nope. Say it ain't snow, and that's how it's going to be. You're dreaming of a warm Christmas, not a white Christmas this time around. Looking at Lower Broadway, I imagine people will be out in droves this weekend because of how warm it is going to be. You made it to Friday, right side of your screen. You're already in the 30s, on the way to near 60 degrees this afternoon. We always check on our Code Red threat level every day because even a day or two, 3 days out, we may move that arrow over if we have any issues moving in that are of cause for concern. Not the case this time around. A little weekend rain, an isolated shower for your Saturday. Best chance for rain, unfortunately, is going to be on Christmas Day itself, but no severe weather. But you just want the umbrella, leave a few minutes early, and know that you'll be using the windshield wipers driving around town on Christmas Day.
Greg, thank you so much for our weather update. How about a steer clear traffic report update? I-40 at Spence Lane. Here's an area that typically during a weekday commute would be very, very busy, a lot of backup, but we're not seeing that right now. Folks have the day off, not heading to the classroom as well. So this area giving you the green light. Just ahead in Operation Crime and Justice, we're talking about a deadly mass shooting, unfortunately, in the Czech Republic's history of the deadliest, what we now know about the shooter and also the victims. And coming up on Fox 17 News this morning around 7, we're going to be live over at a very popular outlet center where folks are knocking out their last minute holiday shopping. We're telling you what to look out for if you're heading out to get that done. Mission accomplished, hopefully. Stay with us.
Kayaking is...
Welcome back. There is a student who opened fire Thursday at a university in Prague, killing at least 14 people. Now, crews there letting us know that there were more than 20 also injured. It was the Czech Republic's worst mass shooting. The shooter's name, though, has not been released as of right now, but we do know he was a student at the university and he has since died. Police gave no information about the victims or a possible motive. Investigators do not suspect a link to any kind of extremist ideology or groups. Police believe the gunman, though, killed his father earlier Thursday, and this is so disturbing. They'd also been planning to go ahead and kill himself. The police chief said that based on a search of his home, the gunman was suspected of killing another man and his 2-month-old daughter earlier last week.
6:40, I'm looking at your forecast here. We've made it to Friday leading into the holiday weekend. So what can you expect? Last year compared to this year, a whole world of difference when it comes to temperature. Christmas Day last year was 31 degrees. This year, going to be 60. Now, there'll be a couple isolated showers tomorrow. Fairly rainy on Christmas Day from Monday, so keep that in mind. Even waking up to some rain, but you'll also wake up with temperatures that will be in the low 50s, so a much warmer forecast across the board. After we're done with this rain that moves in, this next weather maker that moves out on Tuesday, we dry it out here. All the areas shaded in orange, including us here across the mid-state, looking to have below average rainfall, snowfall, and any ice accumulation going into the new year and the second week of the new year. So that's all good news. Unfortunately, a little bit of rain for this weekend, but we're not having to deal with any snow, ice, or major travel concerns here. Anywhere within a good 3-4 hours of every direction of Nashville.
That's a really good update. Love that. Thank you so much, Greg. Steer clear traffic time, though, 641. This is an area where we saw an issue yesterday, I-24 at Hickory Hollow Parkway. The good news is no kind of slowdowns here right now. We're not seeing a lot of traffic out there. We are constantly checking those maps, trying to keep you updated. But right now, you are looking good. We'll continue sharing all of our steer clear traffic updates, though, for you up until 9 a.m. As weight loss drugs like Ozempic become more popular, so are copycats. What the FDA says about these copycats, what you should keep in mind, don't do it. And we're taking a look at the most popular gifts this holiday season and hearing from you about gifting preferences. Whether you're done shopping or scrambling for those last-minute items, chances are you're not taking too many chances on gifts this holiday season. I'm going to explain. The National Retail Federation surveying 8,000 people on Christmas gift-giving choices. The top categories, can you guess? Clothing, gift cards, toys, books, video games, and candy. But for boys, folks typically keep it pretty simple. So they're probably getting Legos, Hot Wheels, cars, PlayStations. Barbies are big this year. And of course, dolls, makeup, and clothing items. So we are asking you, segue right here to this question over on our Fox Nashville Facebook page. Here's the question. Do you wrap your presents or do you put them in gift bags? We have more than 200 comments. Y'all are sounding off. And the majority of you say both. Barbara writing, both. I like to wrap for the surprise. I get that. And then Lindsay also writing here, I wrap as much as I can. I love wrapping. It kind of is more personable. I agree with that. But I do love something about wrapping paper, just ripping it off and taking in the whole gift giving process. We are switching gears here, talking about a health warning from the FDA. They are warning about fake Ozempic. Have you heard of this, Ozempic? It has found thousands of units of counterfeit versions of the type 2 diabetes drug, and that's not good. In fact, 5 people have gotten sick in connection to these fake products. The FDA is also now warning that needles that come with the counterfeit injectable drug, they may not be sterile. The FDA says the best way to avoid these fakes is to only buy Ozempic through state licensed pharmacies with a valid prescription. Ozempic has become widely popular over the last couple of months due to its weight loss properties. That has led to increased demand and people selling knockoff versions. Get this, knockoff versions being sold at salons and through social media. Honda is calling back millions of vehicles due to fuel pump issues. Want to let you know the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration says more than 2.5 million Honda and Acura models may be impacted from 2017 to 2020, all included in this recall. They say the recall is due to improperly modeled fuel pump parts, and the fuel pump module, if faulty, the vehicle's engine may not start, or this isn't good, it could stall out while driving entirely. Honda says no crashes or injuries have been reported, though. The automaker says free repairs will be offered, and impacted owners are going to be notified in February. If you want some more updates about this important recall alert, go to fox17.com. We're taking a look live at different airports, updating you on what it looks like out there. This is the Midway Airport, so if you're traveling to this one, conditions look good. The TSA does have some tips, though, for flying like Rudolph, so to speak, this season. They say wrapping presents, it's allowed if they're already wrapped, but it's a pretty good idea to keep them unwrapped until you reach your destination, just in case TSA agents need to look inside. And when it comes to those adult beverages, well, those adult beverages should go in your checked bag, but if it contains 24 to 70% alcohol, keep it, they say, in the original unopened packaging. And for snow globes, I love snow globes. Well, they can only have about 3.4 ounces of liquid or less and need to fit in a quart-sized resealable plastic bag. Those are a lot of numbers. It's a lot to keep up with. God bless the parents who are traveling with kiddos this season and have those snow globes. We are checking in now at 6:48 with our Code Red meteorologist Greg Bobus, who has his notepad. He's checking it twice. He's doing the things. What do you got to say?
That was a lot of numbers right there.
It is a lot of numbers.
There will be a quiz at the end of the show where you can go to fox17.com to make sure you have all the numbers and all the figures that you know you need for your travel here, because that's the worst thing in the world when you have everything you think is ready to go.
Yeah, especially I know the moms got it all planned out. They have the presents that are packaged up, so.
And then you get to the airport and then
the TSA agent wants to unpack it all? No.
Follow the rules and we'll be okay this holiday season. Taking a look here at your forecast, moving you through today into tomorrow, Sunday, and Monday. Let's get some lunch later today. I mean, I won't necessarily be meeting you, but let's just, mentally vision some lunch later on today. 52 degrees at 11 o'clock, 56 at noon, 59 degrees at 1 p.m., partly cloudy today. Very nice day, 60 tomorrow, 66 degrees your temperature on Sunday. Very warm. So the cup of coffee this morning, you may even be able to get away with an iced coffee with how temperatures are going to be. 6:54, 5 minutes from right now will be our sunrise. We'll keep showing you cameras and carry you into your 7 o'clock half hour. Right now, though, a look out your weather window.
Weather Window, presented by the National Weather Desk.
Drenching rains turned streets into rivers in some California cities Thursday. This seen in Santa Barbara. Flooding also reported in Ventura County. Rain in some places is expected to taper off by Friday night. Meanwhile, in Dothan, Alabama, a circumzenithal arc, also known as an upside-down rainbow. But it's a type of halo that forms when sunlight refracts through ice crystals high in the atmosphere.
And good morning. Here we are. We're taking a look here. We just checked on your weather, nothing happening. And this is what I like to see in steer clear traffic. A lot of breathing room between vehicles driving around. Let's keep our business to ourselves this morning and keep this going and keep it a steady flow of traffic throughout this morning. This is Briley Parkway at Clarksville Pike here, and nothing really that we have to be concerned about. When things do pop up here, though, between 7 and 9 o'clock, we'll make sure that you know what's coming your way. Now, parents, you've only got a few more days to get ready for Christmas, and panic, exhaustion, it all can be kicking in for some. But in northern Michigan, the president of one organization is stepping in to make sure nearly 1,000 families, not people, families, have gifts this holiday. Mark Charlotte has the story.
There's something about growing up and being poor and needing help and then being able to give back now and it being full circle. I mean, it really, I just love it. That's why I do it.
From the outside of J&S Hamburg and Project Feed the Kids, just a few signs that this time of year, this place becomes one of Santa's workshops.
We have less than 100 hours to make this happen. So it's been jam-packed. I left here last night at 2 a.m., got back here at 7, ready to do it again all day today.
Long days, short nights, and an ever-growing list of families needing some help under the tree.
We are fulfilling probably about 100 families in the next, less than 100 hours. So we're at about 940. I think we're going to hit about 960.
Yep. Tiffany and her helper elves will make sure 960 families have gifts for their kids. Every year, the need has grown. This year, by leaps and bounds.
There's just so much. There's people out of jobs. We have homeless families. We have people living in campers. Single dads, single moms, domestic violence survivors. We are all over the board.
For the past 6 weeks, 12-hour days, finding families in need, coordinating donations, and then for some, even deliveries. That's a lot to take on at a time of year when most of us are overwhelmed just taking care of our own families.
It's just what it is. Like, our family knows that this is what it is. And together as a team, we make it happen for all these families because we love to do it. It's important to us. It makes us feel good, makes our heart happy.
Through Christmas Eve, they'll help those who need it.
Last year, we were able to fulfill a family at 10 o'clock on Christmas Eve because they had house fire. So we took care of everything they needed.
But come Christmas morning, it's time for this woman and her family to be on the receiving end of a gift of sorts. They say often, that morning, they'll hear from those they've helped. And it's the best present they could ask for.
It's amazing. It is. It's unreal. We get videos, we get pictures. It's just, I mean, it makes every hour, every second we put into it 100% worth it. 100%. It's just, to make it happen for these guys, it means the world to us, for sure.
Now, if you're looking to spread holiday cheer, you can make a donation at projectfeedthekidstc.org. Now, coming up, one woman's determination to earn her second degree. But listen to this here. At the age of 90. You don't want to miss this story. And coming up on Fox 17 News this morning at 7, Dennis Ferrier's in studio with us here with the heartwarming story of a restaurant's mission to keep tradition, love, and pie alive.
Lowe's knows same day.
Hey there, 6:55 is the time, and right now we're taking a live look at the beautiful sunrise. Such a fantastic stunner to start this Friday morning, the holiday weekend for a lot of folks. The Batman building out there in the distance. And listen, tomorrow morning, this time, when we wake up, it's going to be about 50 degrees. So imagine that. Now we're in the 30s. Tomorrow morning, going to be a big shift. We're going to have your full forecast, though, for the holiday weekend coming up in just a couple of minutes. There is a woman over in Texas proving that it is never too late to go back and achieve all of your goals, even if it takes more than 7 decades to complete.
Accompanied by her grandson and demonstrating that mean green resilient.
I love this story. At 90 years old, Minnie Payne receiving her diploma over at the University of North Texas. Payne enrolled in college back in 1950 and even took a couple of college courses, but later transitioned to the workforce. Now, when she was 68, she returned to school, got her bachelor's in general studies from Texas Women's University in 2006 at age 73. And now, scroll forward to 2023, she has earned her master's in interdisciplinary studies. Payne was accompanied, you heard her, by her grandson as she walked across the stage. Round of applause for you. Amazing. Well, there are two types of people during the holiday season. Those who, they love eggnog, and those who say, no thank you. But for one group of students over in Moorhead, Minnesota, it was all about who could drink eggnog the fastest. Take a look. 7 students taking part, I should say, in their school's annual eggnog chugging contest. The bragging rights ended up going to 9th grader Jaden Hansen, and it turns out he's a back-to-back winner, okay? He won last year, too. Don't expect to see him drinking eggnog over the holiday break, though, because he says he does not even like it.
Oh, no. Last year I won it. I don't really like eggnog. It's kind of gross for me, but kind of just did it for fun.
I don't know how you chug eggnog if you don't like it. Despite being a fan of the drink or not being a fan of the drink, he says he still plans on defending his title once again next year. We're going to take a look now at what's trending over on Fox17.com. I always like to check in on the offbeat section because look at this story. Police are now warning of bunnies going on rampant crime sprees in Texas. What are these bunnies doing? They're chewing up Christmas lights. Bad bunnies. Hey, go ahead and check out what's trending over on Fox17.com and let us know what you think about these bunnies, Greg. Bad bunnies over there chewing up the Christmas lights. It takes a lot of work to get those lights up. Don't do that.
Stay in your lane, rabbits. I mean, they can only reach the first foot of the tree, though.
But cause a whole lot of damage.
They could cause a whole lot of damage. And as far as the whole eggnog thing, I love it. Kid wins, doesn't even like eggnog. It just makes me laugh. When I was a freshman in high school, I had to drink 32 ounces of Mrs. Butterworth syrup. That's a whole other story to unpack. We can get to. It's 7 o'clock. I just piqued your interest. I'm not even kidding. This was a real thing. Taking a look at your holiday travel. Atlanta, Charlotte, Birmingham, Cincinnati, all dry today. The one place you can drive to here from right in the middle of Tennessee is going to be St. Louis. That will be on the wetter side with a few showers that are moving in. As we go into our 7 o'clock hour and become your only live and local news source, we're going to keep the current temperatures up all the way through 9 o'clock, even during the commercial breaks. They're in the 30s right now. We're up near 60 degrees later on this afternoon, and even warmer by the end of the weekend, which day could be near 70 degrees during this 3-day holiday weekend.
Greg, thank you so much. You have to tell that story.
I will.
We'll do that later. Right now, we're going to check in on your Steer Clear traffic updates to save you some time, and this looks fantastic, okay? I-440 at 21st Avenue, we are giving you the green light. There are not a lot of crashes going on right now. We want to keep it that way. We're going to keep sharing your Steer Clear traffic updates up until 9 a.m. Stay with us. Right now, though, our 7 o'clock hour is getting started.
You're watching Fox 17 News This Morning, your Code Red station.
This morning, the state has rolled out its new letter grade scores for schools all across Tennessee. Coming up, we're going to hear from one education expert on this new plan.
We're live this morning here on the west end of town. This is where the Metro Council is continuing to debate whether or not they should accept some state money. We're going to tell you why. There could be a lot on the line for it.
I'm one of them. You may be one of them. Those last-minute holiday shoppers. We'll tell you what's going on here at the Tanger Outlets in Antioch.
We got you covered. Want to start, though, by thanking you for waking up with us here bright and early on a Friday morning. You made it. Fox 17 News, I'm Erica Glover. Fox 17 News is your only local news source from 7 to 9. When everyone else goes to network, we stay local just for you. Jennifer Waddell does have the morning off. We begin now with breaking news. We now know an early morning crash over on Brick Church Pike is being investigated as a homicide. This scene right behind me, this is what was happening at the 1400 block of Brick Church Pike early this morning around 4 o'clock or so. Metro police say a man inside of a vehicle was shot before ultimately crashing his car. They say he was the only person inside of the car at the time. As of right now, there are no suspects in custody. But of course, Fox 17 News, we will work to keep you updated on this breaking news story as soon as we get any more updates. Well, let's talk about crisis in the classroom now, because the Department of Education is releasing their annual school report cards grading each public school in the state. And the data does paint a more clear picture, showing some county public high schools far exceed others. The letter grades come just weeks before state lawmakers debate the governor's school choice voucher program. We've been following that very closely. Here's what you need to know right now, though. It's a yearly snapshot of every single public school in the state stamped with a letter grade A through F. Each eligible public school can be searched by name through a dashboard right here on your screen, compiled on the Tennessee Department of Education website. Performance metrics are determined by several factors, including student achievement, academic growth, growth of the highest need students, and for high schools, a measure of college and career readiness. It's a lot to take in. To read a full breakdown of the story, though, you can always head on over to our website, fox17.com, and simply search school letter grades. Now, earlier in this newscast, we told you about our X, that's on Twitter, the X poll that we were asking right here. We want to know, will Tennessee's new letter grade system help improve schools? As of right now, 67.6% of you all say no, it's not going to help. There is still plenty of time for you to go ahead and scan the QR code that we have on your screen. Let us know what you think. We are constantly updating the story and sharing what you think throughout our newscasts. In our local headlines here on Fox 17 News this Friday morning. The Metro Council is hesitant about applying for a federal grant that could help improve protections against terrorism. Fox 17 News' Justin McFarland is joining us live right behind me here to explain what this grant Justin could pay for.
Yeah, good morning. We're here along West End, and this is where they had the threat of terrorism at the very least just a few days ago. We're across the street from one of the local Jewish synagogues and schools here, and of course they had a bomb threat here for the Jewish community just a few days ago. Not just here, but the other Jewish synagogues here within the city. And now the city of Nashville is debating whether or not they want to accept a federal grant that could help them buy sensors or robotic dogs and things like that could help them stop and at least detect some of the possibilities of terrorism that can happen within the city. One council member is a former Metro Police commander. He had this to say about those who are against the idea.
This is technology that we need. I'm not sure why everything that comes up with the police department gets 1,001 questions. And some of them, quite frankly, kind of off the charts in my humble opinion. And it's time that we kind of get serious about our safety here.
Now, so far, the vote to accept this money is moving forward, but there are some council members who do have questions. They are wondering whether or not there are too many strings attached with taking federal money. Would the city would have to, if the city would have to participate in some of the immigration programs that are out there if they take some of this money? We're going to hear some of those arguments coming up in our 8 o'clock hour. For an hour live along West End, I'm Justin McFarland, Fox 17 News, your co-red station.
7:05 your time, taking a look at last year and this year, and this is the big story going into our Christmas weekend. Low temperatures last year on this date, you were waking up a year ago from today at 10 degrees. Look at the right side of your screen. We have 30s close to 40 in some spots already. One below was the temperature waking up on the 23rd. Tomorrow, you'll wake up in the 40s close to 50. And then Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, also cold. Both of those days will be in the low 50s. Here is your 7-day forecast. Let's just get straight to it. 61 degrees today and tomorrow, 66. There could be some areas that flirt with the 70-degree mark on Sunday. Looking dry. We've taken the rain out of Sunday in the forecast. Monday, unfortunately, looking to be fairly rainy on and off morning, afternoon, and evening. No ice, no snow, but definitely using the umbrella and maybe leaving home a little bit early if you're traveling to see someone for the holiday.
That's always a good rule of thumb. Greg, thank you so much. 7:05 is the time, and we do want to check back in on your steer clear traffic update because if you're heading here, I-440 at 21st Avenue, you are going to be very, very happy. Just not a lot happening out there. We do constantly, though, keep up with those traffic maps, and we're not seeing any situations that we feel like we need to tell you about. But let's take a live look here. I-24 at Stillman Evans Bridge. This typically during a work week would be so busy, right, with everyone heading to work, but we're not seeing that. Another really good spot. I do see a lot of sunshine, though, so pack your sunglasses and just give yourself a little extra time for the sun glare out there. We'll continue checking in on your steer clear traffic updates throughout 9 a.m. Now that Christmas is quickly approaching, though, I think just a couple of days away, right? Monday, people are still trying to get out to the stores, snag those last-minute holiday deals. Our Fox 17 News, Kylie Walker, out in the middle of it all. And Kylie, what are you seeing? I mean, folks aren't really out shopping this early, are they?
No, nobody is out yet, but that was not the case on Black Friday when I was here. I saw people rolling in around 3 a.m., 4 a.m. Right now, things are nice and calm. That's because they're not open yet, but they do have extended hours here at the Tanger Outlet. So I've been here several times. I know these holidays are really popular. It is a brand new shopping center. This is where we have several really popular stores. I'm going to step out so you can see what this looks like out here. We're looking at Bath & Body Works, Victoria's Secret, American Eagle. There's so many different stores here. They do have those extended hours for this week for those last-minute shoppers. We all know who you are. Now that will be until 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. for tomorrow, and they're even opening on Christmas Eve. So if you're really last minute, that will be from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Now we are going to talk to some representatives with the Tanger Outlets, see more on any deals that they're having for the holidays, and we'll have all and any new updates for you guys later in the show. For now, live at the Tanger Outlets, Kylie Walker, Fox 17 News, your Code Red station.
Open on Christmas Eve. Hey, if you haven't gotten it by Christmas Eve, leave it at the store. Up next, a final decision involving the shocking case of a dog who was really hurt, shot over at a Nashville park.
Get the
We have some new information for you at 7:10. The district attorney has determined there will be no charges filed against the man who shot at a dog over at Percy Warner Park. And we first told you about this story back in September. That's when this happened. Police say that is when a German Shepherd was off leash and ran up to a man over at the park. Well, that man felt threatened by the German Shepherd and then shot at it. There is now a memorial that is set up at the park for that dog. 3 people are now behind bars after a carjacking, and this does come after Metro Police say they found 4 guns and a Volkswagen that was reportedly stolen on Monday. 28-year-old Bill Bell Jr. and 24-year-old O'Shane East are now facing charges for this. A 17-year-old is also under investigation. It's our goal to always keep you in the know here at Fox 17 News, so you can get more local reporting on local and national news delivered right to your inbox by signing up for our daily newsletter. You can do that by heading on over to the homepage right here, fox17.com. 7:11 is your time, so we need to check in with our Code Red meteorologist, Greg Bobus. He is so happy because good weather, warm weather on the way.
Very good, very warm weather compared to last year, almost 50 degrees warmer for temperatures in the afternoons the next couple of days.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you need colder weather, though, to get you in the Christmas spirit, or does it matter to you?
No, not at all.
Okay, well, then we're good.
I mean, here's my thing. If I'm going to get cold, I want to have snow. Otherwise, just keep it all away.
Fair.
You know? That's kind of where I'm at. I'd rather be like 60 and rainy than be 35 and rainy.
Oof, yes. I don't want that at all.
Exactly. So I don't need the cold, and we're not going to give it to you. Taking a look here at Top of the Radar. What is moving in here is warmer air that will continue to dominate our forecast and actually get even warmer leading into Sunday. We're going to be in the middle 60s. Now, moving off toward the west, these isolated pockets of rain will start to move in tomorrow. Today, we're going to stay dry. Taking a look right now, you can even see a little bit of sunshine here on our Broadway camera. 33 degrees. It's a pretty good place to be when you're this close to Christmas. You're at the end of December. Here we are. Let's take a look toward tomorrow, though, on Future Track. A new update of this for you here in your 7 o'clock hour. Nothing through 6 p.m. However, there will be some cloud cover on and off that does really begin to thicken overnight. And then tomorrow morning by 5 a.m. into the afternoon, those pockets of rain I just showed you off to our west, those are going to move in and track through for us for the morning and afternoon hours. Not raining the entire day, not even close to it the entire day, but having an umbrella handy will be good if you have any last minute errands we're trying to run here, whether it's gifts or groceries or maybe even just gassing up the car before traveling here leading into Christmas. 61 degrees today and tomorrow, 66 degrees on Sunday. Very abnormally warm, but again, like I said, we'll take it. If it's not going to have snow, we might as well be warm.
We're absolutely going to take it, and we're going to smile and enjoy.
Yes,
okay,
we will.
7:13 is the time. Right now, we're checking in for your steer clear traffic updates. Always trying to save you some time. Taking another live look, I-24 at Silliman Evans Bridge, where the traffic is picking back up, but no concerns, no brake checks out in that area. And then right here, look at this. I-40, Highway 70. It looks really good, y'all. We're just not seeing any kind of traffic incidents, and that's how we want to keep it here on Fox 17 News.
It is hard to be successful for 83 years, but when you're a restaurant everybody loves, it's so important. A wonderful comeback story next.
Didn't know what
7:16. Taking a look here at your forecast this morning, and your Christmas headlines for us here are going to continue to keep things trending how they have been all week long, where we're going to have some rain Christmas Day, a mild day with highs right near 60 degrees. We might be close to 70 on Sunday. So if you see a dude walking around Bicentennial Park in flip-flops, shorts, and a t-shirt with the ball cap on, it's probably this guy. So just know that right now, because this is great weather here for Christmas Eve. No chance at a white Christmas, unfortunately. If you wanted the snow, you're dreaming until next year. The forecast for Christmas Day itself, 48 degrees at 8 a.m., 58 at noon, 57 at 4 p.m. Plan for rain. Not a washout, but scattered showers will be on and off throughout the entire day, morning, afternoon, and evening for Christmas.
And a quick look at your steer clear traffic update to get you out the door and save you some time. Not seeing a lot out there right now, but we will take this quick live look. I-65 at Harding Place. No slowdowns for this area. No disabled vehicles on the shoulders. Giving you the green light for I-65 at Harding Place. Well, it's inevitable. Every year, a treasured Nashville restaurant seems to close. It doesn't seem that long ago that the Elliston Place Soda Shop was on the verge of becoming a bittersweet memory. But that's not the case anymore. 83 years old and going strong. Here's Dennis Ferrier with this morning's Ferrier Files.
Elliston Place Soda Shop is kind of like pie. There is a nostalgia and warmth with both. And not surprisingly, you will find both in this revered restaurant.
It's a busy and festive lunch crowd at the Elliston Place Soda Shop. It's also a familiar crowd. People who know where they want to go for a special occasion.
Okay, my baby, who all you got with you today?
I've got my whole team. This is our special Christmas retirement party for Paula Craig.
Are you retiring?
Linda Melton has been right here for 30 years. Her specialty is pie. In fact, she just baked the 12 pies of Christmas this year for the restaurant. A beautiful assortment of pie, including her mile-high meringue.
These are all homemade, and you know, they're made from scratch. It's totally different, and it's just the warmth and the feeling when somebody hands you that fresh pie.
Are y'all waiting on some pies?
The Elliston Place Soda Shop is 83 years old. The soda shop was going to close when Nashville developer Tony Giarratana bought the restaurant and moved it down the street. General Manager Craig Clift.
We made it larger, but we had to keep that same feel. So in the design of it, down to the silver on the tables has the exact same, exact number of little indentions. or the way the counter seats look. They're exactly the same as the ones over there.
The signs from the original building, the booth jukeboxes from the original building, and the old-time recipes. The hot fudge sundae is not a 2023 portion. The milkshakes are done like they were 50 years ago. 3 scoops of ice cream blended down for 2 to 3 minutes. Some of these pie recipes are 100 years old, still handmade, homemade, with a mixer that is so special it has a name.
I named my mixer. My mixer name is Betsy. Okay? She's been with me 30 years. She's one thing I kept from the whole place. She's going nowhere.
And either is Miss Linda, and either is the soda shop.
You can go anywhere and eat at a chain restaurant. This is its own place. You know, it's not connected to anywhere else. It's not any more of them anywhere, you know. And it has a special place in my heart and in a lot of people's heart.
I think that as Nashville changes, I think you still got to keep a little bit of those, you know, those special places that people can go, that's my place, that's my special place.
I've been in Nashville 15 years, and this was one of the first places that my bosses brought me over for lunch. And you've been here every single day we've been in, so we love you.
I love y'all.
Now, Dennis, I love any woman that names her mixer.
Yeah, Betsy, yeah.
Did you have a chance to try any of those pies?
Yeah, I did. I had a chocolate chess. I took my kids, my daughter's back from college. We went down there and had lunch. The food is outstanding, too. That's the thing. It's not just nostalgic. They have raised the bar on the food.
And kept the traditions in place.
All the traditions, but the food is actually better than it was 30 years ago.
The Mile High Moraine. I mean, like this thick.
Can you believe that?
I can't believe it.
I'd like to. That would be like one of those pies when someone gets pied. I'd love to see that. I don't know.
All right. I got to take my dad there.
Yeah.
That's where we're going. I think so this weekend.
Do it.
We're going to check out that story more. If you want to read more, I should say, go to fox17.com. Dennis, thank you so much for joining us.
Oh, yeah. Good to see you.
Always a pleasure. Thousands of families from across Middle Tennessee are gathering to celebrate the holidays. So coming up, we're going to share a list of places you can visit for a free meal and gifts for your family this Christmas. Stay with us.
Track severe weather.
7:24 is the time, and hey, we all need a little help from time to time. So in your community news, there are city leaders that we're talking about over in Clarksville that are helping residents. They're offering holiday meals. The World Central Kitchen is providing a drive-through Christmas dinner alongside the city of Clarksville and United Way. Families can pick up warm holiday meals and also food boxes. This drive is going to open this afternoon, 4 o'clock, over at Kleeman Rec Center. That is, again, over in Clarksville. And the National Rescue Mission is gathering donations because they're working to provide meals and gifts this holiday season. If you visit their website, you can see right here a list of items that are still very much needed when it comes to ongoing donations. And the donation center is located at 616 7th Avenue South. They're also going to be serving up hot meals for the holidays. 7:24, and I do want to check in now with Greg talking about what we can expect weather-wise for the weekend outlook.
And it's a pretty good looking weekend overall. We're going to be up near 60 degrees today, tomorrow, Sunday near 70. Yeah. Near 70 degrees on Sunday, and then Christmas Day right near 60. Now, there will be a few chances for rain that move into the forecast. So where do we go? An isolated rain shower or two Saturday morning into the afternoon, and then a better chance for some rain that will move in on Monday. But the entire weekend rainfall total outlook is going to be less than 1/10 of an inch for most of us here. A few of us, maybe 1/4 of an inch of rain. Not a whole lot moving in. There will be a few more showers that do track into the area for Christmas Day itself. There'll be more of a nuisance when it comes to just travel. Driving from point A to point B, getting to the airport. Code Red weather app. That's what you can get. You can look at our Doppler radar by zooming in on that QR code right there. You can go to the Apple Store or the Google Play Store and find the app there as well. You get your hour-by-hour forecast and your 7-day forecast right now. We're going to get you back down to ground level and out on the road here for Steer Clear traffic.
Greg, thank you so much. In your Steer Clear traffic update, we're taking several looks, but how about this one over at I-65 at Harding Place? We are not seeing any kind of traffic issues right here. This area is looking very good, but I do always say pack your sunglasses because that sun is certainly shining out out there on this Friday morning. And then we'll take another look at what seems to be a very no problem area. This is a live look. I-65 at the I-24 junction. Typically during a workday, it would be very busy, but we're not seeing that. More updates to go though, and your Steer Clear traffic reports. Let's talk sports, though. The Tennessee Titans are getting ready for their Christmas Eve game against the Seattle Seahawks, and the team might have to play without their starting quarterback, Will Levis. The rookie unfortunately suffering a left ankle injury in the game against the Texans, and if Levis can't go, veteran Ryan Tannehill will have to go ahead and take over. Now, regardless of who is in at quarterback, Titans will have to get their run game going, right, if they want any chance of keeping up with the Seahawks. Here is what star running back Derrick Henry had to say about this.
You know, they're a great team. We got a lot of veterans, savvy defense, get to the ball. I mean, it's football. I think, you know, we all grown men about the whole situation. We got to go out there and try to go win. Nobody's laying down. Let's go out there and play our style of football and try to go get a win.
I mean, at this point, they're playing for pride. That game, by the way, starts at Nissan Stadium, noon game. Pack your poncho just in case.
We're live along West End. This is where the city of Nashville is debating whether or not they want to take some federal money. We're going to tell you why security is at stake.
You're watching Fox 17 News This Morning, your Code Red station.
Thank you for waking up with us here on Fox 17 News this Friday morning. I'm Erica Glover. Jennifer Waddell has the morning off. Fox 17 News, your only local news source from 7 to 9. When everyone else goes network, we stay local for you. And we begin right now with breaking news. We now know an early morning crash over on Brick Church Pike is being investigated as a homicide. Showing you some video right behind me here because this was the view over at the 1400 block of Brick Church Pike earlier this morning around 3:30. Metro police say a man inside of a vehicle was shot before crashing his car, and they also tell us he was the only person inside of the vehicle at the time. Now, as of right now, there are no suspects behind bars, but we will continue to update this story as soon as we get some more breaking news updates both on air and online. Well, new this morning, the Metro Council is hesitant, they say, about applying for a federal grant that could help improve protections against terrorism. Fox 17 News' Justin McFarland joining us live to tell us what this grant could pay for.
Well, they could pay for things like bomb detection equipment and even robotic dogs. It is something that is very close to the heart of Nashville's Jewish community, who just had a bout with the threat of terrorism over the weekend, as we're just across the street from one of Nashville's synagogues here along West End. They, along with the rest of the Nashville area Jewish centers, also face the threat of terrorism this weekend with the bomb threats that were phoned in, not just here in Nashville, by the way, but at least 16 other states were involved with some of these bomb threats. But it was enough to get the attention of some city leaders. That's why they want to go ahead and make sure they apply for this grant so they can get the city and federal money that is available to help protect with Homeland Security. Sherry Weiner is a Metro Council member and is a member of Nashville's Jewish community.
Guys, the time is now. Our safety is now. I cannot speak strongly enough about the need to just move forward. We need to do our jobs. We need to vet this information in a timely manner. It's why we get it ahead of time. And to continually defer things that could help save a life is not what we're voted on and elected to do.
Now, there are some city council members who are against trying to get this money so quickly. They have some questions they want answered first. They want to know if this money that comes from the federal government has strings attached to it. What kind of strings could you be talking about? Well, we're going to hear from them directly coming up in a few minutes. Plus, in our 8 o'clock hour, how many bomb threats do you think have been phoned in to the city of Nashville this year alone? We've got the answers for you coming up in our 8 o'clock hour as well. For now, we're live for you this morning. I'm Justin McFarland, Fox 17 News, your Code Red station.
Right now, we want to take you live out to our breaking news when it comes to your steer clear traffic update, because we are showing you a live look, I-40 Donaldson Pike. Okay, stay with me. In the right-hand corner, we have some flashing lights. There is a car believed to be off in the ravine over there, I-40 eastbound Donaldson Pike. There is a crash reported. So we're going to take another angle so you can kind of see, folks. Yeah, right here. You see that green vest? Those are crews responding to that car in the ravine. They've been over there walking around trying to get a better look at what's going on, trying to assess the damage and figure out where do we go from here. If you look a little bit closer too, you can kind of see some rustling in the bushes. That's another person closer to that car. Again, the car in the ravine. And there's a lot going on for this situation, so you certainly want to give yourself some extra time. The good news is that crews are out there, and we also saw moments ago some smoke kind of in the air from this situation. So we're trying to figure out if there are any kind of injuries. It's still too early to tell, but again, keep that in mind if you're heading out to I-40 Donaldson Pike eastbound, okay? That is where this situation is. We'll have much more updates to come though in your steer clear traffic reports. There is a nonprofit government watchdog group called OpenTheBooks.com, and they have found that as the public seeks footage from police body-worn cameras, the Metro Nashville Police Department is upgrading their equipment and collecting thousands of dollars from the public for those record requests. So joining us right now, live this morning, is Rachel O'Brien to break down some of these findings. Rachel, a lot to get to. My first question, though, is what upgrade has the police department done to their body-worn cameras, and what did it cost to make that upgrade possible?
So their old cameras required that officers go back to the precincts and upload the footage. And obviously that would cost time and ultimately money. So the new cameras allow the footage to be uploaded directly from their police cruisers. The police say that this actually doesn't come at any additional cost to the department. They have a contract with a company that includes replacing the camera equipment every 3 years. It's built into it. And so this is just sort of a new software and hardware upgrade that will keep them up to date.
Okay, here at Fox 17 News, I should also mention we covered the body-worn cameras extensively, talking about how many days it's taken to make it possible. But now that we're here, I do want to ask you, Rachel, how does this compare then to other departments across the country? What did you find when it comes to that?
Yeah, so we asked the department how much they collected in fees from the public, right? So the whole reason to have these body-worn cameras is so that the public can see the footage of what's happening when a police officer is interacting with someone from the public. And so the department told us that they collected in total $74,000 for the last fiscal year that just ended in June, and that's for all police records. They would not break down specifically for the body-worn cameras. Last year was $84,000 for public records. So we looked at other departments. Las Vegas Metro PD, they're one of the highest, if not the highest in the country. They charge $320 an hour to redact footage before they release those body-worn camera footage. Indianapolis is also pricey, but then you have like Metro Nashville, Reno Police Department, they're low cost. California, actually, they've ruled that government agencies can't even charge the public for redacting the body camera footage. So there's quite a range across the country what departments are charging for this.
Yeah, taking a look at the prices state by state. Rachel O'Brien, thank you so much for joining us this Friday morning. And if you want to read more about that report, go to OpenTheBooks.com.
And coming up, holiday shoppers, that last minute shopping. We're at Tanger Outlets. We'll talk with representatives about what they're doing.
Beautiful start to the day. Here are a couple of clouds that'll be out there throughout the afternoon. We're tracking rain chances that have changed for the weekend and look ahead to Christmas Day.
Christmas from Gary.
Good morning. Welcome back. We're closing in on 7:40 here. We're only a couple days away from Christmas. I mean, it's here, folks. People are running to the store. We're just trying to snag some of the just last minute holiday deals. Get that shopping list done. Fox 17 News' Kylie Walker is live with what's been going on out near the Tanger Outlets area. Kylie.
Yeah, we know that a lot of people are those last minute shoppers. I myself is one of them. It's really busy during the holiday season, so sometimes you really have no other option with work and everything. I'm here with Mackenzie Reagan. She's the marketing director at Tanger Outlets. Thank you for joining us so early in the morning. I know you guys aren't open yet, but tell us about what you have going on, because I know you're even going to be open Christmas Eve.
Yes, yeah. So we have some extended hours this weekend for shoppers. Tomorrow on Saturday we'll be open open from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Majority of our retailers are taking part of that. And then Christmas Eve will be open until, I believe, 4 or 6. So definitely come and get your last minute Christmas gifts with us, holiday gifts. We also have a campaign going on called 12 Days of Holiday Joy. And if you're a part of our Tinger Club, every day unlocks a different discount for a specific retail partner. So today is Puma. Tomorrow, I believe, is going to be Old Navy. So we haven't released what the discount is yet. You have to, find out in real time. But if you are a part of that Tinger Club, you get that increased discount, which is exciting.
And we saw, I was with you on Black Friday here for a lot of our hits. Now, there was a lot of people. Are you expecting a lot to come in Christmas Eve, kind of last minute?
Yes, absolutely. Our traffic has increased slightly more every single day this week, which has been exciting. We had tremendous success on Black Friday, and I think we're seeing that same success this week. And we just anticipate it to get even, increase even more as people are off work. I know a lot of people are off work today and then tomorrow leading up, and like you, I haven't finished my Christmas shopping yet either. I'm going to do that today after probably on my lunch break. So yeah, we anticipate it to get pretty crazy these next 2 days, which is exciting for us. And I know our retail partners really enjoy seeing everybody.
Well, lucky for you on your lunch break, you're not going to have a far walk to shop. But tell me a little bit about, this is also going to be exciting because this is your guys' first Christmas, first Black Friday, first holiday shopping, because you guys are brand new.
Yeah, it's been really exciting to welcome the locals to our property, but also we're seeing a lot of people who are in our neighboring counties, neighboring communities as well. A lot of people from obviously Nashville, Brentwood, Murfreesboro, and even more east from there. So it's been really great to welcome everybody. And then also to see everybody's excitement on all of the new merchandise that they see within the stores. We've got a lot of great retail partners that are new to the area, new to the market, like Somersault. But then we also have some really great local pieces like Holly Ray and Run It Back. And just to see the excitement for the new ones, but also the excitement for the loyal, local retailers. And then just, the retailers that you're used to seeing, like Nike and Under Armour and Old Navy and all of that. So it's been really great to see everybody's, excitement as they're out here.
Well, thank you. I know that's going to be really exciting for you guys for Christmas Eve. We're going to join Mackenzie a little bit later in the show as well. For now, we're going to throw it back to studio, now live in Antioch. Kylie Walker, Fox 17 News, your Code Red station.
And a real quick check of your forecast here. We're waking up with feels like temperatures that are in the upper 20s and low 30s. Nothing to worry about weather-wise today. We have some sunshine and clouds mixing into the afternoon. A look at steer clear traffic for you here also this morning. A few things have popped up in the last half hour that we have to keep our eyes on. And the cameras are moving around trying to give us our best vantage point when we come back from this commercial break and go into the next 15 minutes of Fox 17 News this morning. We'll keep you updated on everything we're seeing in the sky and also on the road for steer clear traffic.
Ready for some Christmas magic? One of the few deaf Santas in the country is in Nashville, delighting deaf children. You need to see their faces. That story's next.
Attention homeowners.
Imagine wanting to tell Santa all about what you want for Christmas, and you can't understand him, and he doesn't understand you.
It is a heartwarming story that involves our Dennis Ferrier talking about how a deaf Santa is truly making a difference in the lives of a lot of children. Listen.
Gaylord Opryland Hotel has brought in a deaf Santa for Christmas, one of the few in the country. You want to feel a little Christmas magic? Right here, right now.
Look at this Santa. Twinkling eyes, rosy cheeks, a perfect beard. Not only that, the kids here at Vanderbilt's Mama Lear Hearing School get a big surprise.
Hello, what's your name?
This Santa is deaf, just like them.
Just having somebody like Santa who is a big shot, who also has a hearing loss, is really encouraging for them and for the families as well, because they need to see that that is the future for their child. Their child is going to be a success, and their child is going to have a happy life.
Gaylord Opryland Hotel is bringing this Santa to all 5 of its hotels. He will be meeting with children right up until Christmas. It will be nothing less than a life-changing experience. Just ask his interpreter, fourth-generation deaf Anthony Mowell.
I never had a real conversation with Santa. We speak sign language. Every Santa at the mall, it's always, thumbs up, pat on the back. We get the picture and we go.
But all that changed for Anthony when he met this Santa, when Anthony brought his fifth-generation deaf daughter to this lap.
Meeting Charles, he just took my daughter's heart away, and I realized, that interaction they were having, that's what I've been missing my entire life. That's what my wife had been missing her entire life.
Helen Keller said, blindness separates you from things. Deafness separates you from people.
What do you want for Christmas?
Not today. Not with these kids. With this Santa, there is communication, there is connection. There's the one thing every child dreams of, Christmas magic.
And with Deaf Santa Claus, kind of feels like we're creating literal Christmas miracles every single day.
Once this Santa was a little boy named Charles Graves, a 5-year-old who met Santa and left empty.
And I watch my brother and sister, they're laughing, they're chatting with Santa, they're having a great time. And I waited my turn. And when it came time for my turn, I was so excited. Came up to him, Santa dropped his smile, gave me a blank face. He handed me this small gift. I just felt off. Am I the only deaf person in the entire world? It was very uncomfortable. It wasn't a good memory.
And so little Charlie grew up to be Santa and started fixing Christmas, one child at a time.
And Dennis, you want to talk about his daughter?
Yeah, so one of the things that really got me when he became a deaf Santa, it was very early, and he had a little boy who also had MS, and he was very stiff, so he was having trouble signing even. Mm-hmm. But Deaf Santa understood him, and the kid was just overjoyed, and he hugged him, and he pulled his beard, and Deaf Santa's hearing daughter was there and saw the whole thing, and they went back to the car, and Deaf Santa gets in the car, and his daughter just burst into tears. And he said, "What's wrong?" And she said, "My dad is the real Santa."
Yeah.
And it was just like,
yeah, and sometimes people overlook how a Santa that's like you can really make a big difference. Yeah. A childhood memory is created there.
Because I don't know about you, but I didn't even,
never thought about it.
That's it. It doesn't even occur to you sometimes what other people are going through, and then you see it and you're like, oh, mm-hmm. Yeah. Hey. And it's beautiful though. Yeah. It's beautiful.
Dennis, thanks so much for joining us.
Yeah.
Your stories always make me so emotional. If you want to share this story, go to fox17.com and search Farrier Files. We also want to let you know, as many people's lives were flipped upside down just before Christmas, Fox 17 News is dedicated to helping those impacted by the tornadoes. That is why we're partnering with the Salvation Army, but we know we cannot help mid-state storm victims without your help. So just scan the QR code right here on your screen. You probably already have your phone in your hands anyway. Scan the QR code, make a donation, and then remember this, okay? No donation is too small. We're going to check in now at 7:51 for that steer clear traffic report. The situation that we brought you as breaking news just a couple of minutes ago. Want to see what's happening right now. So this is I-40 eastbound right near Donaldson Pike. We're going to take it. Here it is up on the screen. You can see the flashing lights in the upper right-hand corner, okay? Again, I-40 Donaldson Pike. This is an area where a car was over in a ravine. That's what it looked like. I want to see if we can take the other camera angle. That's where folks were over there walking around, but we can't right now. They're trying to figure out what's going on in that area, get a good look at that. There was some smoke that was in there. Folks were over there walking around. So again, we'll check back in the steer clear traffic report in a couple of minutes to see what's happening. Does that story about the deaf Santa, though, just make you so emotional?
It does, and on multiple layers. Like you and Dennison were unpacking it here about, you just never know what's going on in someone's life unless you ask the question or you pay attention. Mm-hmm. It's so very easy to just go through your day and not understand that someone may be going through something or not have the same ability to do what you're doing every day.
Right, life experiences.
Deaf Santa, I mean, what a great story here leading into the holiday.
Yeah.
It really is. And the holiday not looking all that bad when it comes to weather either. So maybe you're trying to get out, maybe see Santa here the next couple of days. I know that Santa will still be wanting to hear what you want for Christmas. That's his job. And the elves are working away. That's just how it works. That's how this goes going into Monday for Christmas Day. We're 3 days away right now, and maybe you want to go grocery shopping, get a nice roast beast, as they would say in The Grinch. He's not going to steal your Christmas, but he might steal your roast beef, so be careful. Take a look. Visibility tracker for you here. Nothing happening when it comes to fog this morning. Everything looks good. The weather story. We're dreaming of a warm, not white Christmas. No snow. It's just not possible. Grab the umbrella. You're going to want it Christmas Day itself, right side of your screen. Temperatures are in the 30s, on the way to 60 later on this afternoon. And like I mentioned, no problems looking outside right now, but tomorrow there'll be a few isolated showers for your Saturday morning into early afternoon that we'll look at. I'll get a new look at future track going into our 8 o'clock half hour. 66 on Sunday. You're going to see people walking around in t-shirts on Sunday for Christmas Eve. That's how warm we're going to be. 61 on Christmas Day with scattered showers morning, afternoon, and evening.
In our next half hour here on Fox 17 News, it has been more than a week since the deadly tornadoes that just rocked the mid-state, and the tornado cleanup continues in Springfield. We're going to share how local leaders are piecing the city slowly but surely back together. And also, Fox 17 News talking about Christmas time filled with joy and wonder. We're getting excited for everything from gifts to the holiday food, but one thing is often debated: Christmas music. Let's talk about it next.
17 News is tracking.
A lot of us enjoy the holidays, but what about those famous holiday songs? We were asking over on our Fox 17 News Facebook page, what Christmas song it makes you cringe a little bit when you hear it?
We've all got one. There's one that everyone can pick out. So here's what you had to say. Lisa Chandler Williams says, Blue Christmas by Elvis. I wouldn't have necessarily picked that one, but you know, everyone has those earbuds where you hear it and it gets to you. Janet Betsy King says, Baby, it's cold outside.
Can I tell you that William right here down at the bottom? I'm surprised by this one because Dolly cannot do anything bad in my book. A Hard Candy Christmas by Dolly Parton. Are you sure? Well, we each have our own opinions.
Do you have one that kind of gets to you a little bit?
No, I gotta be honest with you. I do not have any problems with Christmas music.
Me either. As long as it's on and it's after Thanksgiving, I'll listen to every song.
Okay, Alvin and the Chipmunks though, hard pass, if given the option.
Well, they're not actually chipmunks singing the song, so you're allowed to say that answer completely. And a lot of people are also saying All I Want for Christmas kind of gets to them a little bit.
Yeah, well, probably because you hear it just on repeat.
It's every store you go into and everything too. So yeah, please continue to sound off. We want to know what you're thinking here. Also on my Facebook page, we talked about it earlier.
Yeah.
I've got a post, what was your favorite Christmas gift growing up as a kid?
We're going to get so many good responses from that.
Yeah, so we'll take a look at that and I'll kind of read off a couple of the answers here going into the next check of the forecast right now. Looking at the Code Red weather app, you can scan the QR code. And all I want for Christmas is just a smile. I don't care. That's all that I need here. And you can get a smile in the Code Red weather app when it comes to our temperatures because we've got the 7-day listed there for you and the hour-by-hour forecast. There will be points of this weekend that are more than 50 degrees warmer than we were the exact same date a year ago from today. We're going to look at those numbers coming up in the next check of your forecast going into the 8 o'clock half hour. Here's the sneak peek ahead, though, to your Christmas weekend. 61 degrees for Saturday, 66 on Sunday, 61 on Monday. We have to talk rain timing. I will have a new look at future track for Saturday and then going into Monday and time out some rain chances and how much we might end up seeing by the end of the next 4 days.
All right, Greg, thank you so much. 7:58 is the time, and things are starting to pick up in our Steer Clear traffic update. Consider this situation, okay? Bradley Parkway, Cumberland River Bridge, not a good one. We have 2 stalled out vehicles right there on the right-hand shoulder. The good update with this, though, is TDOT right there on the scene, so they're going to try and wrap this situation up quickly. If you do have to go out to this area, just be mindful of that. We do want to click on over to the other situation, I-40 at Donaldson Pike. This is going to be the eastbound lanes that we're talking about. There was a vehicle that was in the ravine. I can tell you, though, it looks like a tow truck has arrived. Folks were out there walking around in the area. Again, that is happening over the I-40 Donaldson Pike eastbound lane. If you're heading out to that area, just be mindful right there on that shoulder. We are looking ahead and talking about sports here on Fox 17 News. We're your home for college basketball. First, we have a matchup between Florida Atlantic and Arizona at 2 p.m. Then Saturday night, be sure to tune in when St. John's takes on the University of Connecticut. Then Fox 17, we're your home for NFL action this Sunday. We have a doubleheader that starts with Detroit at Minnesota, noon game. That is followed by Dallas at Miami at 3. Stay with us. Our 8 o'clock hour starting right now.
You're watching Fox 17 News This Morning, your Code Red station.
Here on Fox 17 News at 8 o'clock, a Tennessee lawmaker is introducing a bill to bring in groundbreaking technology to make schools across Tennessee safer. The very latest as we continue to figure out ways to protect our children. Greg.
Waking up in the 30s this morning, 60s for the upcoming weekend. We're going to go back in time in the Wayback Machine to 2022 when our temperatures were 50 degrees colder. We'll compare the numbers coming up in your forecast, Erica.
We do want to start, though, by thanking you for waking up with us here on Fox 17 News on a Friday. I'm Erica Glover. Fox 17 News, your only local news source from 7 to 9, and this is our final hour. We begin now with breaking news because we do also know that an early morning crash over on Brick Church Pike is being investigated as a homicide. Now, the video right behind me, this was the scene at the 1400 block of Brick Church Pike earlier this morning. Metro Police say a man inside of a vehicle was shot before ultimately crashing his car. And they do tell us he was the only person inside of the car at the time of the crash. As of right now, no one is in custody. But of course, we will continue updating this story both on air and online as we get more updates.
Do you think our schools are safe in Tennessee?
A Tennessee lawmaker introducing a bill to bring in groundbreaking technology, he says, to make schools across the state safer. The bill, he also says, was inspired by Nashville's terrible, deadly Covenant School shooting and the increase in teacher assaults. State Senator Mark Pody introducing a bill that would give teachers a wearable emergency alert system with 3 different buttons. The first button would be for a behavioral issue with a student. A recording would be sent to the principal and school resource officer. Stay with me. The second button would be for medical or fire emergencies where 911 will be dialed immediately. And then the third button would be for school shootings. Police officers would have real-time access information with GPS technology. That way they could then locate the shooter immediately and see what is going on. Here is what one parent had to say about this new technology.
I think that any technology that will help keep my son safe is something worth exploring. I want my son to focus on his grades and his education and his future, not worried about if he's going to make a home to me.
Yeah, parents speaking out with us here at Fox 17 News. Senator Pody says the bill is going to be heard in January. Sticking with education and crisis in the classroom, the Department of Education releasing their annual school report cards grading each public school in our state. And the data is painting a more clear picture, showing some county public high schools far exceed others. These letter grades come just weeks before the state lawmakers debate over the governor's school voucher program. We also know that when it comes to this, it is a yearly snapshot of every single public school in the state, stamped with a letter grade A through F. Each eligible public school can be searched by name through a dashboard right here compiled on the Tennessee Department of Education website. Performance metrics are determined by several factors, right? Including student achievement, academic growth, growth on the highest need students, and for high schools, a measure of college and also career readiness. It's a lot to comprehend. So to read a full breakdown of this story, you can of course head over to our website and search school letter grades. Go to fox17.com to make that happen. We're checking in now with our Code Red meteorologist, Greg Bobus, because this time tomorrow, we're going to be in the 50s. That is so hard to believe, seeing 30s scrolling on the right side of our screen right now.
Yeah, cold right now, but we've been on that kind of up and up every day where it's been getting a little bit warmer throughout the entire week. And we're going to peak on Sunday near 66 degrees.
What?
That'll be your afternoon for Christmas Eve.
We're talking sandals.
We're talking sandals and t-shirts.
Okay.
Now, let's talk last year so we can feel real good about ourselves this year. Last year on this date, now you can see the right side of your screen, 30s might seem cold. We woke up to a 10-degree temperature a year ago from today. We woke up at 1 below on December 23rd. Tomorrow morning's temperatures will be in the 40s to right near 50 to start the day. 5 degrees on Christmas Eve was last year's temperature. This year, 50. And then Christmas Day, we started at 14. We'll be at 52 and end the day up near 60. However, looking at your 7-day forecast, we are going to have some rain that does move in. We've been fluctuating rain chances throughout the entire weekend, all week long, as we've been tracking this incoming weather maker. A few isolated rain showers for your Saturday morning and early afternoon. Not a washout, not an all-day rain, not even close. I've gotten rid of the rain for Sunday in our forecast, but we do bring back in the chance for showers on and off throughout the entire day from when you wake up until you go to sleep on Christmas Day with that high of 60.
8:05, time to check in with these two incidents over in our Steer Clear traffic reports. So right now, checking in with I-40 Donaldson Pike. This is over in the eastbound lanes. You can see in the top right-hand corner flashing lights. A tow truck, I believe, has showed up to this scene. We believe that a car was over in the ravine. We saw folks walking around in that area. So again, keep that in mind if you're heading out in that area. No backup, but that is an issue. And then over here on the right shoulder, you're seeing flashing lights, multiple cars involved. I-40 Donaldson Pike. There is a slowdown right there. So just be mindful of both of those as you head out the door. New this morning, the Metro Council is hesitant, they say, about applying for a federal grant that could help improve protections against terrorism. Fox 17 News' Justin McFarland joining us live to tell us what this grant could pay for. Justin, what do we need to know?
Hey, good morning. So what this grant would pay for is bomb detecting technology, they say, that could help prevent Nashville's hopefully tragedy that won't happen, is what they're hoping to try and stop with this federal grant money. It is something that is very close to the folks here on West End at this synagogue just across the street here. This is one of the locations across not just Nashville, but the nation that received a bomb threat just a few days ago. This money from this federal grant could go towards technology to help detect a bomb or even a robotic dog that could go into a situation and remove a threat. Now, some Metro Council members are concerned about the strings that could come attached with federal money, and they have questions that remain unanswered, at least for now.
We already do have equipment to detect bombs, so it's not stopping anything that we currently need and don't have yet. It's a 1 meeting deferral. It's going to pass in 1 meeting. So just asking our colleagues to please support the 1 meeting deferral so that we can get the rest of our questions answered.
If we defer this 1 month, not 2 weeks, 1 month, if something happens because of our delay, that's on us. We've had over 300 bomb threats in Nashville in just this year. 300.
300 bomb threats here in the city of Nashville, according to that Metro Council member. The city will continue to discuss this particular issue. We'll let you know what they decide. We're live for you this morning on West End. I'm Justin McFarland, Fox 17 News, your Code Red station.
Coming up, if you're one of those last-minute shoppers, we have you covered. All the details, what's going on here at the Tanger Outlets after the break.
And Nashville's Big Bash partners with a Safe Bar program to help protect partygoers from sexual harassment. The changes that you may notice on New Year's Eve. Stay with us. Happy Friday.
The new celebrity guessing.
Welcome back. 8:10 is the time and the countdown is on. So are you busy searching for last-minute holiday deals? You might. Emphasis on might. You might just be in luck. Fox 17 News' Kylie Walker joining us live over at the very popular Outlets in Antioch with some shopping updates. Hey, good morning, Kylie.
Hey, good morning. I'm here joined with Mackenzie Reagan, the marketing director at the Tanger Outlets in Antioch. I know a lot of people do last-minute shopping. I mean, I'm embarrassed to say this, but at one point I also got gift cards Christmas morning because all the stores at a grocery store, all the stores were closed. You guys aren't closed Christmas Day, but you are open Christmas Eve, so you could still get those last minute shoppers. Tell me about what you guys are doing.
Yeah, so tomorrow on Saturday we'll have extended hours from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. and then Christmas Eve on Sunday will be open from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. So we are closed Christmas Day, but if you need that last minute item, come on down. We've got so many great retail partners. We also have the restaurants too. So if you've got some foodies in your family that are interested in trying some local eateries, definitely come down.
And then you were also telling me a little bit earlier that you have some program where you could get extra discounts as well.
Yeah, so our Tanger Club is our loyalty program that year-round you can unlock deeper savings. But specifically right now we have what's called our 12 Days of Holiday Joy going on. And so it started last week, and every day we're highlighting a different retail partner, and you can unlock a deeper discount if you're a part of that Tanger Club. So today it's Puma, tomorrow I believe it's Old Navy outlet, and then the 24th will be our last Day. So if you're part of our Tanger Club, definitely look at your Tanger Club app. If you're not a part of it, you can join. We've got different tiers. One of them is a free tier, so download the Tanger app and you can unlock deeper savings.
Well, thank you so much for joining us. This will be their very first Christmas holiday here at the Tanger Outlets. They're still brand new, so it's really exciting to see what's going to all happen there on Christmas Eve. We're going to throw it back to you guys in studio, though, for now, live in Antioch. Kylie Walker, Fox 17 News, your Code Red station.
Okay, we have breaking news when it comes to your steer clear traffic update. A very dangerous situation here. I-65, I-24 junction. This is where folks are just dodging some major debris in the roadway there. It looks to be, when I come closer, it looks to be a mattress or something right there, and it's slowly making its way. It's right there on the right shoulder. Well, it's inching towards the right shoulder, I have to say. There's also a truck there on the right shoulder. Maybe they're somehow connected to this. We're going to stay on this shot for a little bit because I-65, I-24 junction, you can see drivers trying to dodge that mattress, I believe, right there on the highway. We know this is never a good situation out there. So hopefully TDOT crews are making their way to this area, trying to get that debris out of the road. Moments ago, cars were really sliding across, trying to get out of this area. We'll continue checking in on this incident in your steer clear traffic update. We are going to check in now with our Code Red meteorologist, Greg, giving you an update when it comes to weather.
Yeah, and after the break here, we're going to take a look at the entire country when it comes to flights, when it comes to drive times, just locally, and we're going to get your dog of the day. That's coming your way in a few minutes.
It is hard to be successful for 83 years, but when you're a restaurant everybody loves, it's so important. A wonderful comeback story next.
Tony and Jamie here.
8:15 is the time. Right now we're checking back in on your steer clear traffic. The good news is we have this update to tell you that the camera, you can't see it, but that mattress that we brought you moments ago, it is off the road. So if you're heading on I-65, I-24 junction, you are getting the all clear. But let's check in once again with that car that was ending up in the ravine. Okay, this is a different camera angle for you. I-40 eastbound lanes, Donaldson Pike. You can see multiple crews out there responding on the right-hand shoulder. There was a tow truck there moments ago. Not sure where that tow truck went down. Maybe they went closer to the car in the ravine trying to help out. That's an area that you do need to be mindful of. Slow down. Let those crews get their work done. Again, that's I-40 at Donaldson Pike.
Time right now, 8:16. Let's meet our dog of the day. We have Boomer that was sent in by Joe. And I was told by Boomer on Facebook when they sent the picture in here that if Boomer wasn't spotlighted as dog of the day, that Boomer might need his pacifier because he's just going to cry because he wants to be on TV here and tell his story. So Boomer, here you go. This is your day in the spotlight. 42 degrees at 9 a.m., 56 at noon, and 59 at 3 p.m. No rain today. A good dog walking forecast from start to finish. A few showers are going to move in for Saturday that we'll look at, and then a better chance for rain on Christmas Day that we'll look at in the next check of your Code Red forecast.
Well, it's inevitable. Every year, a treasured Nashville restaurant seems to close. It doesn't seem that long ago that the Elliston Place Soda Shop was on the verge of becoming a bittersweet memory. That's not the case anymore, though. We're talking 83 years old and going strong. Here's Dennis Ferrier with this morning's Ferrier Files.
Elliston Place Soda Shop is kind of like pie. There is a nostalgia and warmth with both. And not surprisingly, you will find both in this revered restaurant.
It's a busy and festive lunch crowd at the Elliston Place Soda Shop. It's also a familiar crowd, people who know where they want to go for a special occasion.
Okay, my baby, who all you got with you today?
I've got my whole team. This is our special Christmas retirement party for Paula Craig.
Are you retiring?
Linda Melton has been right here for 30 years. Her specialty is pie. In fact, she just baked the 12 pies of Christmas this year for the restaurant. A beautiful assortment of pie, including her mile-high meringue.
These are all homemade, and you know, they're made from scratch. It's totally different, and it's just the warmth and the feeling when somebody hands you that fresh pie.
Are y'all waiting on some pies?
The Elliston Place Soda Shop is 83 years old. The soda shop was going to close when Nashville developer Tony Giarratana bought the restaurant and moved it down the street. General Manager Craig Clift.
We made it larger, but we had to keep that same feel. So in the design of it, down to the silver on the tables has the exact same, exact number of little indentions. or the way the counter seats look. They're exactly the same as the ones over there.
The signs from the original building, the booth jukeboxes from the original building, and the old-time recipes. The hot fudge sundae is not a 2023 portion. The milkshakes are done like they were 50 years ago. 3 scoops of ice cream blended down for 2 to 3 minutes. Some of these pie recipes are 100 years old, still handmade, homemade, with a mixer that is so special it has a name.
I named my mixer. My mixer name is Betsy. Okay? She's been with me 30 years. She's one thing I kept from the whole place. She's going nowhere.
And either is Miss Linda, and either is the soda shop.
You can go anywhere and eat at a chain restaurant. This is its own place. You know, it's not connected to anywhere else. It's not any more of them anywhere, you know. And it has a special place in my heart and in a lot of people's heart.
I think that as Nashville changes, I think you still got to keep a little bit of those, you know, those special places that people can go, that's my place. That's my special place.
I've been in Nashville 15 years, and this was one of the first places that my bosses brought me over for lunch. And you've been here every single day we've been in, so we love you.
I love y'all.
That she said you can go anywhere and eat at a chain restaurant, but this place is special.
Yeah, there's nothing like it. I mean, we all have these places from our childhood or our life that are special, and this is one of those places like that for a lot of people.
Yeah, and I love that Nashville's changing so much, but this doesn't change. Tradition.
Right. And you want a few, even as a city, however you feel about growth, doesn't matter. You're going to want a little bit of like old Nashville always to survive, right? Yeah. No matter how cool and, you know, avant-garde everything gets, you want it to still feel like Nashville when you walk through certain doors.
I have one final question for you.
Final question.
Yes.
Sounds like a game show.
So when are you treating all of us then
Oh my gosh,
to a meal?
Easy answer. I'm not.
All right, hey, if you want to watch that story again, maybe you want to share it.
It's Christmas.
Go to fox17.com. He doesn't mean that. He's going to take us. Hey, just ahead, we're talking about the Titans pounding the ground game, how Derrick Henry continues to stay motivated despite not making the playoffs. Stay with us. When are we going to eat?
That's a good question.
Running out for limited.
All right, cue the music. The Tennessee Titans, they are getting ready for their big Christmas Eve game against the Seattle Seahawks, and the team might have to play without its starting quarterback, Will Levis. Now, the rookie suffered a left ankle injury in the game against the Texans, and if Levis cannot go, veteran Ryan Tannehill is going to go ahead and take over. Regardless of who is in at quarterback position, Titans will have to get their run game going if they want any chance at keeping up with the Seahawks. Here is what star running back Derrick Henry had to say about this. Listen.
You know, they're a great team. We got a lot of veterans, savvy defense, get to the ball. I mean, this football, I think, you know, we all grown men about the whole situation. We got to go out there and try to go win. Nobody's laying down. Let's go out there and play our style of football, try to go get a win.
All right, grown men about the whole situation. Rookie QB Will Levis, not the only one who was not at practice. In fact, 11 total players were absent, all of whom have started a game this season. That list on your screen does include center Aaron Brewer, wide receiver Traylon Burks, safety Amani Hooker, and quarterback Sean Murphy. All right, you can keep up with everything Titans related and much more by downloading the free Fox 17 News app. 8:25 is your time. We do know for this Sunday's noon game, showers are possible. But let's talk about your jogging forecast right now. 9 o'clock this morning.
Titans getting that run game going. They need it. So maybe you're getting your run game going to kick off a couple of calories.
That's a good segue, Greg.
Before we go into the holidays here, you know, all the good meals, all the pie, all the everything. Maybe you want to have one last jog before you get into Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. Today's a good morning for it. 42 degrees, temperature at 9 a.m., 56 by noon. The afternoon, as you mentioned, Erica, for the Titans at noon, I've actually been decreasing the rain chances. So if you do have tickets to that game against the Seahawks, you likely will sneak away without seeing any rain at Nissan Stadium.
Lots of good news. 826, do want to check in with the more steer clear traffic updates to get you out the door and save you some time. And this is a live look over near the airport. A lot of folks are either heading out or heading in. Maybe you're picking someone up. I-40 Donaldson Pike giving you the green light. Also, please keep in mind if you are picking someone up, they do have free 30-minute parking, trying to make it a little bit easier over there at Nashville's International Airport.
We're live this morning along West End where we're talking about money that could help stop Nashville's terror threat. We're going to tell you why some city council members have questions about it.
Batteries Plus, we bring.
You're watching Fox 17 News This Morning, your Code Red station.
It's just about 8:30, and right now we want to start by thanking you for waking up with us here on Fox 17 News this Friday morning. I'm Erica Glover. Jennifer Waddell has the morning off. Fox 17 News, your only local news source from 7 to 9. Thanks for waking up with us for our final 30 minutes. We want to get right to breaking news because we now know an early morning crash on Brick Church Pike is being investigated as a homicide. Right behind me here is video, and this was a scene at the 1400 block of Brick Church Pike early this morning. Metro police say a man inside of a vehicle was shot before ultimately crashing his car. They also say he was the only person inside of the car at the time. As of right now, there is no one in custody, but of course we'll keep you updated on this story both on air and online as soon as we get some more updates. We have continuing coverage here of the deadly destruction from this month's deadly tornadoes. Many people are still trying to pick up the pieces as we head into the busy Christmas weekend. Joining us from Springfield this morning is Natasha Tice. And Natasha, I just mentioned the holidays, right? So many folks getting busy with the holiday season, but the cleanup very much continues. So what's a big area of concern in your area?
Yes, absolutely. And thank you so much for having me. As we continue through the cleanup process, we are focusing on the affected areas that were hit the hardest. We initially brought out six trucks that were going through the areas and picking up debris. And what we ran into was there were areas that had very large pieces of debris that needed to be cut up and placed by the edge of the property near the road so that our trucks could actually reach over with their grapple and collect them. And so we actually had to shut down the area for 2 days. Those streets included like Sunset Boulevard, Sunset Drive, Rudolph Street and other areas that were affected. And so now that those areas have reopened, we're asking our residents to just continue to chop up that debris and place it by the edge of the road.
Okay, that leads me to my next question, and that is there going to be another day, another opportunity for folks to get rid of that debris? Do they need to have it set up in a certain area on the curb like last time when y'all were trying to do this process?
Yes, so they just need to continue to place it at the edge of the curb. There's no need to call in for debris. Our trucks are continuing to operate. Every day we have at least 2 trucks going into those areas and collecting that debris. We do not have a need right now to shut down those areas again because we do have those 2 trucks that are going in daily to pick up those brush and tree limbs.
Natasha, some folks are going to be off for the busy holiday season and some folks do want to volunteer. Do you still need volunteers? How can we make that happen if I do want to get involved?
Yes, please contact Tiffany Thompson at United Way of Robertson County. They have actually very graciously assumed our volunteer coordination, and they are connecting our volunteers directly with the residents who were affected.
Okay, Natasha, we're going to make sure we get that information up on fox17.com. I have a feeling we're going to be keeping up with you, having another interview in the weeks, months, and maybe even years to come when it comes to everything that y'all are working on. Thank you.
8:33, looking at your Code Red forecast, taking a look at your travel. This has changed a little bit day to day from yesterday into today. Most of our cities that are close enough to be driving distance going into the weekend: Atlanta, Charlotte, Birmingham, Cincinnati, still mainly sunny to partly cloudy and dry. But if you go more toward the west, an incoming weather maker near the St. Louis area will eventually give us some rain going into tomorrow morning and afternoon. They're already seeing it. So the more west you go, the more clouds you're going to see and the better chance for rain you're going to have to work through. This is a very atypical, meaning not regular forecast that we have here going into the Christmas weekend. 61 degrees today, 61 tomorrow. 66 degrees on Sunday. There will be some areas that may flirt near the 70-degree mark for Christmas Eve. 61 on Christmas Day itself. As you wake up with us, and we'll be here for you on Christmas Day, I'll be looking at the radar every 10 minutes, tracking morning, afternoon, and evening rainfall to begin the week and to go through your holiday.
If you're just now waking up with us, thank you for joining Fox 17 News. We do want to check in with your Steer Clear traffic updates because maybe you are heading out for the holiday weekend, going to visit your loved ones. I-40 Broadway, this area is clear, no issues, no slowdowns. We love to see it like this. Let's take one more camera though to give another perspective of what's happening out there on our highways. How about this one? I-24 Almaville Road, I see a little bit of a slowdown underneath that bridge, the slowdown with the trucks, but really no serious issues, no crashes, no disabled vehicles. We're going to have some more traffic updates though up until 9 o'clock. Well, new this morning, the Metro Council, they say they're hesitant about applying for a federal grant that could help improve protections against terrorism. Our Fox 17 News reporter Justin McFarland joining us out there live, telling us what this grant, Justin, could pay for.
What the grant could pay for, materials that could help prevent a bomb from harming a situation here in the city of Nashville, and that's something they are very interested in doing. As a matter of fact, right here along West End, this is a location along with a few others that was the victim of a bomb threat just a few days ago, along with many other sites here within the mid-state. Nashville's Jewish community did receive that bomb threat along with 16 other states across the country. Of course, there has been a lot of bomb threats and threats of violence against the Jewish community because of what's happening over in the Middle East. The city of Nashville could receive a lot of money from the federal government because of the increase in threats for homeland security. It could pay for technology that could try to detect bombs in the area. There are some city council members who do not want this money. They say it could open the door for federal programs that they don't want to participate in. However, there are some city council members and members of the Jewish community, like Sherry Weiner, who are very much in favor of every protection they can get.
My grandson and I are Jewish, as many of you in the room are. And this is not just directed at the Jewish community. There are a multitude of people in this room who experience what I experience. And I got a phone call as I'm walking out the door to take Braden to Sunday school, and my son-in-law with a quivering voice says to me, "Don't take him. They've closed Sunday school." There was a bomb threat. Guys, the time is now. Our safety is now.
Now, the Metro Council says they will continue to talk about the best ways to go about protecting citizens here in the state. They also say that right now they do have technology that does prevent bombs, and they want to make sure they're taking every precaution before they take any federal money. We're live for you this morning. I'm Justin McFarland, Fox 17 News, your Code Red station.
Coming up, if you're a last-minute holiday shopper, Tanger Outlets in Antioch has you covered. Those details after the break.
Stalking.
Good morning, time right now is 8:40, and we are only 3 days away from Christmas. People run into stores, snagging things off the shelves, just trying to get what they can and trying to find last-minute holiday deals. Kylie Walker, you've been live with us this morning. What are you seeing here? And I know you got someone who's going to speak about maybe that last-minute shopping for us here out at Tanger Outlets.
Yeah, I do want to talk about that last-minute shopping. I'm joined here by Mackenzie Reagan, the Director of Marketing at Tanger Outlets. Thank you so much for joining me. We'll talk about that, what we're doing for those last-minute shoppers in just a minute. But I wanted to pan off because you guys have these beautiful Christmas decorations. This is your first Christmas here because you're a brand new outlet mall. Talk about how exciting that is.
Yeah, it's been so much fun to just see everybody's reactions to the stores and the merchandise, and then of course, yes, the decorations. What you see behind us here is actually half finished. We're installing this fun little last-minute decoration today as just a surprise for our shoppers. We've got a Mary, and then we've got a Joy, and we'll have some balloons, a balloon arch around it as well. So if you're out today, definitely grab a selfie or a picture by it and let us know. We'd love to see it. But yeah, lots of decorations just to bring in the holiday spirit for all of our shoppers.
Yeah, I was going to say a good photo op. I know a lot of people like those. So I also want to ask you, you're extending your hours because a lot of people like us are last minute. You said you were possibly going to go on your lunch break. So talk about that. What hours do you have for these shoppers?
Yeah, well, first, I can't wait to hear from my mom about how disappointed she is. But no, so we know a lot of people are last minute shoppers. We've got extended hours tomorrow from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. and then on Sunday from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. We are closed on Christmas Day. But so lots of extra time to come get your last minute Christmas gifts. There's a lot of stores that have great options for women, men, stocking stuffers as well. Ulta makes a great stocking stuffer option. So definitely come out and take a look at what our retailers have.
So Christmas Eve, they got you. Christmas Day, that's on you if you're that late, okay? Now, we're going to throw it back to you guys in studio. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. They'll be open today and tomorrow, so you got to make your way out. For now, live in Antioch, Kylie Walker, Fox 17 News, your Code Red station.
8:42 your time. A quick check of last year compared to this year. And yeah, you can't go out to the outlets on Christmas Day. They will be closed, but it'll be 60 degrees. So the weather department is open for warmth the next couple of days. 61 degrees today and tomorrow, 66 on Sunday, and 60 degrees on Christmas Day itself. There will be some rain that does move in, unfortunately. Your big headlines, showers are likely morning, afternoon, and evening. Now, we're not talking raining the entire time, but pockets of rain will move in through the area throughout the entire day. We're going to keep it mild. No chance at a white Christmas this time around. And a look at your steer clear traffic. We've been seeing things popping up on and off throughout this morning. Things have died down a little bit here in the course of the last hour or so, but definitely been one of those more active mornings, even though the weather's not been an issue. This is I-65 at Long Hollow Parkway, and you can see we're moving smoothly. Keep it going just like this. Mind your business, give a little extra space, and keep things flowing nicely here to kick off a morning.
Ready for some Christmas magic? One of the few deaf Santas in the country is in Nashville, delighting deaf children. You need to see their faces. That story's next.
Recent studies have
At 8:45, do want to bring your attention to this steer clear traffic update from Murfreesboro. Okay, this is a nasty situation. A single vehicle crash reported around 8:20. We do have a live look, I-24, Highway 96. You can see a police officer is there on the scene. We also see the back of a truck bed. That tractor trailer, or I should say the tow truck there, is going to go ahead and get that vehicle out of that area. But again, this is a nasty situation. This is out in Murfreesboro, I-24, Highway 96. Oof, we're going to stay on this shot for a little bit and see the crews that are walking around. This is a bad one right off the exit there. If you're heading out to this area, be mindful, give yourself some extra time, and we'll continue bringing more updates for this steer clear traffic report.
This has been one of those mornings where weather's not been a player in any of our traffic issues, and we have had quite a few of them the last 2.5 hours. Looking at your screen, wind chill temperatures right now, warmest they've been this week, almost near 40 degrees right now for how it feels, and we're not even at 9 o'clock. There you go. Downtown, just a couple of clouds. That's the story for the rest of today. We have no rain today, but we will have rain that moves in tomorrow, a few isolated rain showers, but a better chance for some steady on and off rain for Christmas Day. We're going to work through all that in one last check of your 7-day forecast, and less than 10 minutes from right now.
Imagine wanting to tell Santa about all you want for Christmas, but either you can't communicate or he just does not understand. That is what it can be like for deaf or hard of hearing children. But it's all changing for a group of deaf kids who are meeting with a deaf Santa for the very first time. Here is Dennis Ferrier with this morning's Ferrier Files.
Gaylord Opryland Hotel has brought in a deaf Santa for Christmas, one of the few in the country. You want to feel a little Christmas magic? Right here, right now.
Look at this Santa. Twinkling eyes, rosy cheeks, a perfect beard. Not only that, the kids here at Vanderbilt's Mama Lear Hearing School get a big surprise.
Hello, what's your name?
This Santa is deaf, just like them.
Just having somebody like Santa, who is a big shot, who also has a hearing loss, is really encouraging for them and for the families as well, because they need to see that that is the future for their child. Their child is going to be a success, and their child is going to have a happy life.
Gaylord Opryland Hotel is bringing this Santa to all 5 of its hotels. He will be meeting with children right up until Christmas. It will be nothing less than a life-changing experience. Just ask his interpreter, fourth-generation deaf Anthony Mowell.
I never had a real conversation with Santa. We speak sign language. Every Santa at the mall, it's always, thumbs up, pat on the back. We get the picture and we go.
But all that changed for Anthony when he met this Santa, when Anthony brought his fifth-generation deaf daughter to this lap.
Meeting Charles, he just took my daughter's heart away, and I realized, that interaction they were having, that's what I've been missing my entire life. That's what my wife had been missing her entire life.
Helen Keller said, blindness separates you from things. Deafness separates you from people.
What do you want for Christmas?
Not today. Not with these kids. With this Santa, there is communication, there is connection. There's the one thing every child dreams of, Christmas magic.
And with Deaf Santa Claus, kind of feels like we're creating literal Christmas miracles every single day.
Once this Santa was a little boy named Charles Graves, a 5-year-old who met Santa and left empty.
And I watch my brother and sister, they're laughing, they're chatting with Santa, they're having a great time. And I waited my turn. And when it came time for my turn, I was so excited. Came up to him, Santa dropped his smile, gave me a blank face. He handed me this small gift. I just felt off. Am I the only deaf person in the entire world? It was very uncomfortable. It wasn't a good memory.
And so little Charlie grew up to be Santa and started fixing Christmas, one child at a time.
All right. Thank you so much.
So, there's thousands of deaf kids that will never be able to talk to Santa, but what's so nice, it's a long list. That list gets shorter and shorter every year with Deaf Santa as he meets all these kids all over the country.
And what I really picked up on listening to that story is that one of the women you interviewed said that these children need to know there is a future for them. And that makes it a reality, seeing that Santa Claus.
Perfect. That's a very good point, because that's the whole thing. Wherever you are, whatever your issues are, you want to see people like you succeeding in the world, right? You want to see, and Santa is a smash success. It's like the coolest person in the world.
Absolutely.
Right? And if Santa's deaf, sky's the limit for me. Sky's the limit.
Dennis, thank you so much for joining us.
Merry
Always
Christmas.
a pleasure. Merry Christmas. Hey, coming up on Fox 17 News, B&A wants you to have a smooth journey. And we know many folks are going to be hitting the skies and the roads today after a long work week. So right now we are taking a live look over at B&A, the exit right now. And so far, so good. The airport, though, is sharing some tips to hopefully make your trip go smoothly. First, you know this, we say it all the time on repeat. Get to the airport early. Give yourself plenty of time to park, check in, and get to your gate. Also, check the flight status before leaving your house. Pack smart. Make sure you are familiar with TSA's top travel tips for a quicker travel experience. And finally, y'all, use the new complimentary or reduced rate short-term parking in the terminal garages. The first 30 minutes free of charge. This morning, the state has rolled out its new letter grade scores for schools all across Tennessee. We're recapping some of the top stories after the break. Stay with us. Happy Friday.
Didn't know what it
Right now, a quick recap of our top stories this Friday morning. The Department of Education releasing their annual school report cards, grading each school, public school, I should say, in the state. The information painting a clearer picture showing some county public high schools far exceed others. These letter grades come just weeks before state lawmakers debate the governor's school choice voucher program, so much more to come. And it's a yearly snapshot of every single public school in the state, as I mentioned, stamped with a A through F letter grade. Each eligible public school can be searched by name right here through a dashboard compiled on the Tennessee Department of Education website. Performance metrics are determined by several factors. Think about things like student achievement, academic growth, growth of the highest need students, and for high schoolers, a measure of college and career readiness. It's a whole lot, so if you want to read a full breakdown, go to fox17.com and search school letter grades. Do want to check back in though with our breaking news and our steer clear traffic. This nasty situation, a single car crash at 8:55 in Murfreesboro, I-24, Highway 96. You can see the good news is they're getting that car up on the tow truck. There's an officer out there on the scene. We are getting some more updates about that, so we'll be sure to share it online and on air. Weather-wise,
60 and partly cloudy.
all right, always looking for ways to save you money. Today's Steals and Deals. Have a great holiday weekend.
Sponsored by the Big 98, Nashville's #1 for new country and the home of the Bobby Bones Show.
Two-time Grammy Award-winning band, Americana, roots, folk, however you want to try and classify them. Old Crow Medicine Show. We've got Ketch, we've got Mason, we've got Mike, Corey, and Morgan. And thanks for coming on the show, guys.
Absolutely, man. Thank you.
So we got to talk about this, the 16th annual New Year's party, 2 dates at the Ryman. Are you guys pretty excited about this?
Bringing in the new year in style. Wow, it's going to be fun.
And a few guests, I understand.
Well, we always try and, stack the deck a little bit on the last night of the year. Get to sort of do the whole Dick Clark thing and watch the ball drop, y'all.
It's got to be bigger also.